Matthew Stobart. 469, Alex Nibrick, 468. And Derek Matson will round out that top 8 at 464, just on the outside right now. Dwayne Stegmeyer at 459, Andrew Orff, 458, Brian Jones, 454, and Jason Butler at 450. And that is through 2 games currently. Jason Butler goes spare 3 in a row. Derek Matson after his 6-8 in the first, leaving the 6-8 split, excuse me. And the first has the next 4. So currently a couple spare 3-baggers for the first few frames. Jason Butler in front of me has that spare 3 in a row. Jake Gentz on lanes 9 and 10 after his fortunate open, or his single pin miss, which is a little unfortunate. And the first has the next 4. Rodriguez leaves a pocket 710 on lane 4. Benny Graham went strike, spare, strike, 4-pin. So looks like he may have to make a slight adjustment on that left lane to get a streak going. Derek Matson's playing a little more angle than I normally see him with a spare 5 in a row. I said he is currently in 8th place right now at 464 over. He is also the leader in those, in the qualification points that you can find at bowlmbt.com. He has not finished in the top 2 yet, but still a few more weeks left for him to do that. And if not, he'll definitely be in that top points spot to make it into the Sunday, May 8th event. Butler now. He was just outside that top 8 at 450 over, 225, 225. He's currently sitting with that spare 5 in a row through 6. Derek Madsen got that one inside and leaves the 247, so his string is going to come to an end. Grant Smith finishing up on lanes 15 and 16, went open next 8, and looks to be a 310 split left, so he'll finish with a should be in the 240s with that, so yeah, it gets one of the two there, so 245 if my math is correct. So I'll put him at 170 over. Derek Madsen did cover that spare. So right in front of me right now, 9 and 10. Jacob Gentz, open 5 in a row. Jason Butler, spare 5 in a row through 6 for both of them. Jake Gentz leaves a 10 pin. Matthew Stobart, who was in 6th, has open 5 in a row himself, and now Jason Butler as well, unfortunately, has had his string come to an end through at 5, with a 10 pin as well. Brian Jones, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? One of those stone shaker 7 pins. Brian Capsick picks up the 367 on lane 8. Nice spare for him. He's got 118 in the 6th, so he can max out at 228. Stephen Knipp struggling a little bit. Strike spare, open spare, and leaves a 610 here, or 6-7, excuse me, in the 6th for him. Looking to be possibly another open frame. Benny Graham makes the adjustment now on lane 11, so he's got a strike going now. Left an 8 count in the 5th. Dwayne Johnson's finishing out his game on lanes 15 and 16. Strike will give him 216. Stephen Knipp fails to cover the spare. That split. John Solero. It's a nice little light wall shot. After his open in the 4th, he can finish off at 245. So that'll bump him at 100 plus over. 245 be 125 over, excuse me. Stobart gets another, Matthew Stobart there on lanes 11 and 12 gets another one to fall. A little light shot, but or a little high shot, excuse me, gets that 4-pin to fall late. John Solario has gotten the second one in the 10th now, so he's got that 245 left. Andrew Orff down on lanes 1 and 2 has spare next 7, so he can finish off at 279 this game. We do have our scores running across the bottom there that I just noticed, but they've probably been up there a little bit while. Steve Knipp unfortunately leaves another 6-7. Jesse Mapp strikes spare 6 in a row now for him. Finish off a possible 280. Derek Madsen's back on his strike streak as well. 2 in a row for him. Finish off a possible 256. Andrew Orff on lanes 1 and 2. Got the first one in the 10th. Comes in a little light and gets the lucky 2-pin to fall forward. So he's got a possible 279 left. Orff. Looks like he did get the last one in the 10th there for 279. So he's at 137 over. Jason Schaefer with a little bounce back, 223 after his 189 game. He's at 72 over. Adam Patterson have a little bit of a rough day, 20 under right now, and Zach Lungwitz is 59 over through 3 games on that pair. Jesse Mapp, who is near the bottom of the standings with 395 over, or sorry, 395 through 2 games, has strike spare next 6, working on a possible 280 on lanes 7 and 8. That one came a little high on Derek Madsen on lanes 9 and 10. He can spare strike for 234. Jorge Rodriguez having a little bit of a rough struggle in lanes 3 and 4. 102 in the 7th, spare up in the 8th, and a shaker 7 there in the 9th. And Jesse Mapp gets a late 9-pin to fall for him, so he's got 280 left still. Benny Graham 3 in a row in 6, 7, and 8. He's got 248 left. Steve Hans figured something out here on this pair. He's got a string of strikes going in the 10th. Finished at 248 this game. Brian Jones, he was up there in the just outside that top 8 currently. He was 54 over. He had a 206 that game. So that'll still move him up in total. Not sure on the standings, but Matthew Stobart on lanes 11 and 12. Opens 7 in a row. Comes in a hair high. Oh my goodness. Gets the 4, 7, and 10 to fall late. And the wry smile of the Cheshire Cat comes out there for him. Derek Mathen did spare in the first, or his spare in the 10th. Looks like he's switching balls, trying something different. That looked really clean. So that's strike for 234. Steven Knipp's now got something figured out there. He's gone double in the 8th and 9th. Can strike out for 182, which limit the damage, especially in a 6-game event. One of those games won't kill you, but 2 will. So Steve Hahn gets that last one to fall for 248 for him. Bulls are finishing up game number 3 here. Some in the 10th, lanes 11 and 12, just a frame behind, but not going too badly. Pace has been pretty good this evening. Hope you're enjoying yourselves wherever you are watching us on YouTube at youtube.com/bowlnbt. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button for us as well. Go ahead and like our posts on Facebook, facebook.com/bowlnbt. And as well, find out all our standings as well as archived lane footage at bowlnbt.com. My name is Jason Wilhelm. Hope you're having a good evening. Benny Graham gets a nice little high shot there to carry. He's got 4 in a row going into the 10th. Finish off at 248. Jesse Mapp here on lanes 7 and 8. Has that possible 280. Nice shot for him there. Matthew Stobart on lanes 11 and 12. He was the one who had that fortuitous carry of the 4-7-10 in the 9th to have that 8 in a row going into this. Gets another light little carry there for him. So the first one in the 10th. Jesse Mapp gets a second one in the 10th. He's still got 280 for this shot. Jason Butler leaves a light tap on the 10 pin. He can finish with 239. He was just outside those standings, as I said, 225, 225. So this is not going to be a 225 game for him. This is going to be a 239 if he spares. Matthew Stobart and Jesse Mapp both on the approach at the same time. Matthew Stobart's going first. Oh my goodness. High 7 pin. So 268 possibility for him as Jesse Mapp gets his hit in the 10th. His fill ball to carry, excuse me, for 280. So that'll put him, that'll climb him up the standings. And he'll be 75 over after 2, which is nice change of fortune for him. We got 1 lane left this evening. A couple bowlers already started on game number 4. Down in lanes 15 and 16, we've got a couple doubles to start for all 3 bowlers on that pair. Adam Patterson, Zach Lungwitz, and Alan Casanova on that pair. And I black cloud people, unfortunately, but that's okay. It's a part of my job. Adam Patterson has left the 310 in his 3rd frame that covers the split. Bowlers are finishing up game number 3, as I said, on lanes 11 and 12, but we got the other pairs going through 4, starting their 4th game. Dwayne Stegmeyer had 239 in that game. He was just on the outside at 459 of that top 8. Matthew Stobart covers his 7-pin, 268 for him, so nice 3-game start for him. Be 137 over. Benny Graham comes a hair high, leaves a 610. They'll need to have that 6-pin respawn, unfortunately. Derek Madsen still looks to be using that ball he tried in fill ball. With a strike up in the first. Benny Graham covers his spare. So he'll finish the strike here. He'll shoot 226. Stephen Knipp comes a hair wide on the second shot in the 10th, so spare for him. Put him at 171 for that game. Comes in high, leaves a 6-7-10 for 223 that game, and Stephen Knipp covers his spare for 171, and that is game number 3. So we should have those standings shortly. As we move into game number 4 for all the competitors, my name is Jason Willem. Thank you for joining us this evening on youtube.com/bowlinbt. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't yet. As well, go ahead and like our posts on Facebook, facebook.com/bowlinbt. And for all of our archived footage from the lanes, as well as updated point standings and information there, go ahead and go to bowlinbt.com. So a couple bowlers through game number 4. Starting game number 4, excuse me, through a couple frames of game number 4. Lanes 15 and 16, the pair that started with doubles for every bowler. Zach Lundquist was the last one that was on that streak, but he ended his run at 3, covers his spare. So all 3 bowlers on that pair clean. Got a couple doubles going, a couple 3-baggers to start game number 4. Derek Madsen leaves a solid 7 on his 3rd frame. Brian Jones on the front 2 as well, but gets all 10 to carry there for him. Brian Jones and I were just talking. He personally loves lanes 7 and 8 in this house. Feels like it's the best scoring pair in the house. And from what I remember, I think Jason Schaefer's 300 was on this pair. Jesse Mapp had just shot 280 on this pair. Definitely been some high scores on that pair. And Brian Jones just continues to prove that he likes lanes 7 and 8 with the front 4. Derek Matson back on the strikes. Dwayne Stegmeyer, unfortunately, on lanes 13 and 14, just left a pocket 7-10. John Solero looks like he's made another ball change. He's now going more up the lane compared to what he was earlier. Versatility in this game is another big strength. You can have your A game, your B game, your C game, you know. We have updated standings through game number 3. Grant Smith still leads at 772. Andrew Orphan second, 737. Tied with him is Matthew Stobart at 737. Benny Graham with that 223 game will put him at 728 in fourth. John Solario fifth, 724. Alex Nibrig 704. Derek Matson in seventh at 698. And Dwayne Stegmeyer also at 698. That is your top 8 currently. Just looking on the outside, Adam Wachowski, 697. Jason Butler, 689. Jacob Gens, 684. And Jesse Mapp with that 280 game all the way up to 12th at 675. Halfway through game number 4 for most of the bowlers. Got a couple strings of strikes going. Looks like Jason Schaefer has the front 5. Jorge Rodriguez with the front 3. Brian Jones up in the 5th. He's got the front 5. Matthew Stobart, front 2. Working on his 3rd frame right now. John Solero comes a little high, leaves a 4-pin. His streak at 300 this game. Grant Smith has the front 3. He's currently leading by 35 pins over Ty, Andrew Worth, and Matthew Stobart, as I had mentioned. Dwayne Johnson is also on a double on lanes 13 and 14. Jason Schaefer gets the 8-pin to kick out there late for his front 6. Jesse Mapp started spare double. Benny Graham, who is in 4th place after 3, Currently open strike, working on that strike in the third frame on lane 14. There's a little half 10 there for him. Brian Jones at the front 6 as well. Derek Matson comes in a little high on that pair. Leaves it at the 6 pin. Matthew Stobart with the front 4. Kenny Graham did cover his single pin. Jason Schaefer on lanes 3 and 4 has the front 7 now. Looks like he's throwing his Hammer 3D offset, the new one that just came out. I know Brian Jones is throwing the 900 Global Altered Reality. That was that shiny ball I had mentioned earlier. Just looking around at many different rocks being thrown, many different surfaces, drillings. It's another thing I love about this sport, and just all the intricacies and such out there. Right. So Derek Matson comes in another high, leaves another 6 pin. Not sure on that one if he really liked that one or not. Brian Jones, solid 10 pin for him. So his string comes to an end at 6. Steve Hahn on lanes 11 and 12. He has the front 5. Nick Harris has gone open 4 in a row to start his game. Jason Schaefer is up on lanes 3 and 4. He is on the front 7. Make that the front 8 for him. John Solero, as I had mentioned earlier, he had made another ball change. I think he was throwing away an Ebonite Polaris. He's gone to I believe it's called the Dynamic Swing from Columbia 300, the Pearl one. Like I said, he's moved right and playing more up the boards. Matthew Stobart has the front 5. Lanes 9 and 10. Steve Hahn is up on lanes 11 and 12. His front 5. Dwayne Johnson, 13 and 14. He's up on the front 4. Derek Matson gets that trip 6 late for him, so he's working on his first strike in a little bit. Crazy carry there for Brian Jones, leaves a 7 pin. Steve Hahn gets that 9 to fall late for him. Has the front 6. Dwayne Johnson left the 10 pin. He covers his spare. Jason Schaefer's up on lanes 3 and 4 right now. He's working on the front 8. Matthew Stobart has the front 6. Wow. Just labeling them all from what I can see so far. So Jason Schaefer has a shot at perfection, the 3rd perfection in this series. looks at me and gives that wry smile. So we've got 1 string going into the 10th for that 300. Those are on lanes 3 and 4. Jason Schaefer, lanes 3 and 4, currently on the front 9. Got his first shot in the 10th here. One lets a little in, but gets the 7 to fall. So front 10 for Jason Schaefer. Jesse Mapp has spare 5-bagger. Second shot for Jason Schaefer in the 10th here. Just buries them all again. So Jason Schaefer, 11 in a row. Looking for the round number. Looking for 300. On lanes 3 and 4. Away. And 10 back. Jason Schaefer, 300. Game number 4. Sweeper series here at K Springs Lanes. So that'll bring him up. He was at 672. Excuse me, 672 after 3. So that'll help his cause to make the top 8 cut. Matthew Stobart's string ended at 6. He leaves a 10-pin in his 7th frame. Looks like we've got one other string going right now through the front 7. Steve Hahn, currently up in lane 11. Goes high, goes Brooklyn, excuse me, but gets the 8th strike in a row. Jesse Mapp's starting to feel the fire. He's got spare 6 in a row for him. Go 280, 290 the last 2 games. Brian Jones, after going front 6, 9 spare, 9 spare, has the next 2. So he's got a possible 268. There at Madsen. Jason Schaefer just came up to me. Was using that hammer 3D offset for his 300 game, and he mentioned frame 9, and like frame 9 is what he said. The on his bridge, like something had cracked or split, so it was causing him some issues. Like he could not get a great consistent feel. So for the fact that he either threw the last 3 or 4 strikes with, you know, what happened with that ball, that's crazy. So we'll see how that finishes out for him the next few games, if he's going to continue to throw that ball, if he's able to even. It's a very thin split, but I mean it's still down there, so we'll keep an eye on that for him. But it looks like the center and the pro shop are going to work together to get that issue resolved for him as well. Get that ball repaired properly. Brian Jones did finish with 267 on that game 4. So we're finishing up game number 4 right now. John Solario, fortunately, had a 9 open in the 8th frame, excuse me. So he's at 153 and left a 10 pin here in his 9th frame. So we can max out at 203. Jesse Mapp lanes 9 and 10. Spare 8 in a row, working on his, just grooving all the way. So he's got a possibility to go 280, 290 the last two games, excuse me. Games 3 and 4. Benny Graham comes a little high on his shot, leaves a 4 pin. So that'll allow him to max out at, trying to find him on my one monitor, 13, 14. Benny Graham. He's got 207 left, excuse me. Nick Harris gets his first hit in the 10th. He had 258 left. He has 258 left. Steve Hahn ended up going 8 spare in his 9th frame. So he had the front 8, so he could still max out at 278. Looks like we had some lane issues on 5 and 6. Yeah, like a system reset or something. So they're currently trying to get that issue resolved. Lanes 1 and 2 are off on game number 5. Matthew Stobart keeps the gravy train with biscuit wheels going. Looks like he's got possible 279 left with his fill ball here. So, see if I can see the ball when it comes out. It's orange. So, narrows it down to handful, depending on how old or new it is. But definitely looks to be a pearl. Let's see if I can get some information on that momentarily. Steve Hahn leaves a 9-pin in his second shot in the 10th. So Matthew Stobart finishes off with a nice 279 game. So 279, 268 for his past two. I mean, and then Jesse Mapp can go 280, 290. So Consular with another ball change. His 10th leaves a 4-7. Looks like he went to the Arrow from Ebonite, Pearl 1. So I did get the information on that ball from Matthew Stobart, and it's an Ebonite Mission 2.0. So it's a much older ball. I think from 2010. 2010? Did Kulik win the? No, 2000. I don't remember. It's like 2010, I think, or so. Jesse Mapp lanes 9 and 10 in front of me here. He's looking to go 280, 290. 170 over the past two. That is beautiful. Great bowling from him. So just finishing up game number 5 here. Or excuse me, game number 4. We've moved ahead already. I'm trying to move ahead. I know, we're finishing up game number 4 here. Jesse Mapp's going to throw the last ball of game number 4. Making a ball change. Just buries it again. So 280, 290 for Jesse Mapp here the past 2 games. So he'll jump way up. From game number 2, when he was 27th at 395. He's now shot 570 the past 2 to go to 165 over. So great bowling from Jesse here, past 2 games. Benny Graham finished with a 190. Excuse me, looks to be 196 that last game. Yeah, 965, 165 over. After 2. Grant Smith did not see what he finished with, or if I remember it, unfortunately, but we're getting ready to start game number 5 for the rest of the field. Lanes 1 and 2 have already started that game number 5. My name is Jason Wilm. Thank you for joining us from here, Cave Springs Lanes, for sweeper number 5 of the Bowl MBT Sweeper Series. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button for us, youtube.com/BowlMBT. Go ahead and like our posts on Facebook, facebook.com/BowlMBT as well. Visit bowlmbt.com for updated point standings as well as archive footage from all the pairs for this and previous sweeper series. Brian Jones is paying the mechanic in the back. No, that was a nice little carry on his 10-pin there for opening strike for his game. Got the scores rolling across the lanes, as well as, if you notice, just below the score ticker and just above the actual lane scores, you see another pop-up for say. Those have the initials of the names. Currently, they're showing the previous game, but those will be updated once we get everyone moved over for game number 5. So we have game number 5 underway. Alan Casanova, currently the highest game so far, front 3, 9 spare. Shooting his 5th frame. Jason Schaefer still looks like he's using the 3D offset that he was using before. Say it feels a little like the word he used was compressed on his fingers, but as I said, the lanes and, or excuse me, the center and the pro shop are going to work to get that issue resolved. Matthew Stobart starts with a little light 2-4, his first frame. We are underway in game number 5 here. Jesse Mapp started with a 2-7 split, so he should that's still a possibility of 289 or 290, excuse me. But it looks to be using the the same ball he shot the last game with, not the fill ball, but the rest of the game. Grant Smith seems to kind of given away that he didn't like that shot in the second frame for him, but he starts with an opening double. John Solera comes in a little lightly to the 10-pin. A couple other bowlers. What I can see so far, as I said, we are just early into game number 5 of 6 this evening. Jesse Mapp gets the big 4 to fall for him. So that'll be spare strike. Much better shot for Matthew. It looks like he made maybe a slight adjustment. He's got a spare strike going now through 2. Grant Smith with the front 4 to start game number 5. What the? Sorry, my confusion was lane number 6. I see the 3, 5, 7, 9, and I'm going. Was very confused by what had happened there. So, in the meantime, we've got game number 4 standings up. I was just brought those. Grant Smith continues to lead, 1,019. Matthew Stobart just on his heels at 1,016. Jason Schaefer off his 309.72 in third. Jesse Mapp fourth, 965 after his 280, 290. Andrew Orff, 940 in fifth. Dwayne Johnson, 935, sixth. Brian Jones, 927 and 927 is a tie, excuse me. Tie for 7th and 8th is Brian Jones and Steve Hahn at 927. On the outside looking in right now, Jason Butler, 926. Benny Graham, 924. Alex Nibrick, 915. And then a 3-way tie at 915. Adam Wachowski, Dwayne Stegmeyer, and John Solario. I should have those slowly now. Oh, excuse me, they are now updated in front of us here. First 3 and then the next 3 afterwards for your total and such. Those will be scrolling right past you here on the bottom of our screen. Hope you're having a wonderful evening. My name is Jason Woolen. We are here at K Springs Lane. It's game number 5 of the Bowling BT Sweeper Series. This is the 5th edition, excuse me, the 5th quote-unquote edition of the series. And joining me is Tom Murrah. Tom, how are you doing?
Doing good, Jason. Finally doing good. And it's been a crazy, crazy night.
I feel like it's always me, you know, but
dude,
I know
it's just every event. You're just only here for the ones, you know. No, we put out a lot of fires tonight, but we tried to do a lot of new things. You know, we got the new scoring going, which I think helps. When you see the scores pop up, you can see who's actually on those lanes. We didn't get the position on there, so you know you see that little ticker below the ticker that's popping up the names. That will eventually put the position as well, so you'll be able to see who's in what position and the current score, and then the total standings going across the top. So we got a lot of that working. It was a little difficult, you know. Left lane moves left, right lane moves right. We got 6 games, so it was a big database matrix. We had to piece it all together and then stitch it into the graphics. So making progress, and I'm by myself tonight.
I was going to say,
yeah, I'm down a camera guy and a technical director, so I am kind of doing everything, and you know, we're pushing through.
Yeah,
it's like we always do. Appreciate you coming out. Sounds like you're doing a great job.
Thank you.
You know, we always have difficulties starting out. It's just, this is a hard thing, you know. There's a lot of moving pieces, and it's great when it's all working. I think we're there.
Yeah.
So I saw Jason. What happened with his ball? What was that about?
So he said like 9th frame or so, 8th, 9th frame, like the bridge of it, I guess, kind of like cracked underneath. So it's kind of broken a little bit inside there. So he feels like it's a little compressed on his fingers. Still seems to be throwing it okay.
So he's staying with it?
And he's still staying with it right now. He's got spare 3 in a row, so. But
last time you were here, did you have this scoring in front of you like this or not?
We had the first ticker. Yeah, we had the first ticker, I think.
No, I mean like
but not that. No.
No, okay.
No, and that's been.
It's been a lifesaver, I'm sure.
Oh, for sure.
It makes things a lot easier. So for people at home, we have that quad view of quad views. So it's 16 scoring frames on one monitor. You can see everything that's going on, and it just makes things a lot easier, for sure.
Yeah.
So what's been going on, Jason?
Nothing much, really.
Yeah.
Just been working and bowling occasionally. You know, I got my my one league I bowl right now. Haven't bowled too much otherwise, so, but still got the fire.
Yep.
So
I do too. I've been practicing a lot up here, but it's incredible how much of a difference. And I guess I just have to concede that I'm a house hack, because when there's a fresh shot out there, I can bowl great.
yeah.
And I mean, I bowled 743 my first 3 games out, and then I came back the next day and I was bowling like $170, $180, and I just couldn't get it. I'm like, this is so frustrating. But you know, I was on a rundown shot, and
Yeah.
I have to think that that's kind of the equivalent to a sports shot and a house shot.
Definitely. That's something I've definitely heard with a lot of professionals that I've talked to. If they'll bowl on like a house shot that hasn't been re-oiled in days or days.
Yeah.
Because that's like the closest they can get to the transition that they could see out there on the tour, but you can't recreate.
It's not the
can't
same, but
no,
it's
not the
definitely
same, but
tough.
yeah.
And yeah, you have to try and find the line. You
Exactly.
know, for sure. No, I used to bowl some of the sports stuff that Ray was putting on there for a while, and I had a unique score there. It was super low. I had 144, 144, and 144. I've never in my life done it, and it had to be such horrible scores that, you know, it can't be. Couldn't have been like 230, 230, 230.
Yeah. I was mentioning earlier, Jason Butler, who is, I think, like right now in 9th, he went like 225, and then they shot 239, 237. So it's like, yeah, I've never done the triplicate myself, but I've never.
That was the only time I did it.
144, 144, 144. Yeah.
Yeah. It was both an embarrassment and an accomplishment at the same time. But, you know, that's a lot of people are afraid to bowl the sport shot because of ego, and I don't have that. I'm going to go out and I'm going to try and figure it out, and that's how you become better, I guess, you know.
For sure.
So, but no, I've been practicing. I really want to try and bowl one of these at my first, you know, series. It's like, I don't want to do it if I'm going to look like a clown. So
yeah, because we've got all the cameras for everything and that, you know, we can go back and watch it.
Yeah. I maybe
somehow that footage was edited out. I don't know.
Right.
How.
Yeah, that could happen. Maybe a blessing. My camera guy got picked up for a show.
Well, that's
so
good.
yeah, Jason got picked up for a reality deal, some kind of true crime deal, and he's on the road for the next 3 months, I think.
Oh wow.
So I lost him, and Thomas is not going to. I think he's working next event, but he's not able to get off on Mondays. So it's probably just going to be me here for a little bit. Now that we have things kind of working a little smoother, I'm not going to be too ambitious to make any changes at the next event because I'm on the road myself shooting all next week. And maybe the week after that, we'll go ahead and go with the animations for the, you know, for the brackets and things like that. So we'll be able to animate all that stuff in, get some pictures of the bowlers, start putting some highlight clips of the bowlers together and push those into the stream, and, you know, just kind of take it to the next level. But so we're easing into it. As long as we get there by championships, that's the goal. So
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've only got what, a month?
It's really not that far off, is it?
No,
I mean,
it's literally almost April now.
Yeah. So something else we have going on, and I need to put this out there. That's Saturday, so our championships are on Sunday, but I am bringing in a pretty big crew for the weekend. And I'm thinking maybe we ought to run something on Saturday, you know. So I don't know. I was going to talk to some people. I want to do something kind of unique, a different format. I want to talk to some of the bowlers that are doing it, but I'm pretty sure Saturday we're going to have a big event here, and we should have the entire house going as well. So we should have what you're seeing here with the 8 pair and on one stream, and then we'll have the high side that's going to look exactly the same with all the scores rotating and all that good stuff. So
awesome.
So yeah, we'll have whole house coverage, and I don't know. Open to suggestions. Anyone out there has a good idea on what we should be doing? to take advantage of these facilities here, we are open.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Other than that, Jason, I have nothing. Just maybe need to eat a little something here at the
Probably
snack bar.
should.
Yeah. I've been going. It's been 2 days of programming to get that little scoring thing working. It looks like maybe I got to move it over a little bit, but
Yeah.
we'll make some adjustments on it. But it's functioning, so I'm excited about that. So who's your pick for tonight?
Right now, I mean, Grant Smith is up there, but Matthew Stobart's been putting on a good set of games himself. He's had 68-79, but Jesse Mapp is really come on strong. As I said, game 2, he was like 5 under.
Okay.
So he was like in 28th and has gone 280, 290, and he's got 269 left right now. So.
Well, I know he had an injury, and hopefully that's not bothering him.
Yeah.
He's been one of my favorite bowlers to watch.
Yeah.
When he was doing the Lindenwood thing, I was up at St. Charles all the time.
Yeah.
He's just a strong, smooth bowler.
Yeah.
You know, really smooth.
Yeah, I've known him for years and years. And
Yeah, I can't say I know him well, but I've watched him there. And he's working out at Frontier Lane's Pro Shop out there with Scott, and that's where I've been taking my equipment. So I see him out there every once in a while.
That's cool.
Yeah. I think I'm going to get off here.
Okay.
I do appreciate the job you're doing, Jason, and I know Tony was supposed to be out here, and he had an emergency come up and couldn't make it.
Yeah.
So you're holding strong on your own.
Yep.
And appreciate the plugs for the website, for the subscribe. I think subscribe is probably my biggest thing right now. I just got to get to 1,000 so I can start monetizing the channel. And I'm still not really marketing. I want to make sure I get all the graphics and everything right before I really do a push to get this out there.
For sure.
And so I know there's some people that kind of think, well, why aren't you doing this? And it's like, I'm waiting until the product is what I want the product to be, because you only get that one chance to make a first impression. And, you know, I know a lot of people here in St. Louis and the Midwest know what I have going on, but when I really start marketing outside to the East Coast, West Coast, and start the big push to make this a nationwide event, you know, I want people to see this for what it can be and what it will be by the time championships come around, you know.
Exactly.
That is the plan. Anyone, any tournament directors out there? I have talked to a few tournament directors outside. You know, I'm working with Reynolds here again, and we're going to be working with Larry as well. We don't have that date set yet, but we're doing the Grand Prix. It's the Reynolds Blondin's team shootout, one senior.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to be doing that here. I don't have the date in front of me.
I think it's May 1st, if I remember.
I can pull it up on the website here. But I'm looking forward to working with Reynolds, Larry, Denise, you know, the crew again. And let's see, do I have a Facebook open here? No, I don't. I'm probably not logged in on this computer. Although I could be, yeah. I have about 5 computers up here where I'm logged in on all my accounts. I probably need to get my personal stuff off of these work computers. You ever want to be devious? You could really destroy me.
No, because I know karma's a pain in the.
It is. So here it is. It's the Grand Prix senior shootout, 4-person teams. It's must have at least one senior per team. It's going to be May 1st, and I understand that there's some people going to Ozarks that week.
Yeah, I think there's a few people going to Ozarks.
So, you know, that's maybe not ideal, but we had a really tough time getting dates in here.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
You know, sometimes you just have to deal with it. So definitely looking forward to that, May 1st, and we should have the whole center working by then as well. You know, with the high side going and running the rest of the lights, all that good stuff. But like I said, I have reached out to other tournament directors. We have a mobile setup that can stream exactly like what we're seeing right now. I have all the lane computers, all the lane cameras, all built-in mobile road cases. So we want to build up some relationships, take the show on the road, and then make the Nationwide Bowlers Tour what I always envisioned it being, which is nationwide, and you know, making St. Louis the hub, and bringing some big events here to St. Louis where I don't know, we can just work together to grow the sport, you know.
For sure.
Anyway, I am going to get off. You want to knock my fader down so I don't bang my headset, and we'll see you soon.
Yep, sounds good. Thanks, Tom.
Thank you.
So currently we've got only the one pair done right now with game 5, excuse me. So we're on to game number 6. Jesse Mapp, who I'd mentioned earlier, had the 280-290. He went split in the 9th, 4-6-10 if I remember correctly. But he's still got 230 left. Stephen Knipp right now, lane 7 and 8 in front of us, has the front 8, front 8. Looking to throw his front 9. Looks like he's using a hammer gauntlet. One's a little wide, and just a little wide, gets that 10 pin to stand up, unfortunately. So front 8, 10 pin. So he's got a spare sheet for 279. Jesse Mapp did get the second hit in the 10th, so that's going to be 234 for him if he finishes it off here. Looks like he got that one as well. So 234 for Jesse Mapp. A couple other scores. Jason Schaefer, after his 300, shoots 236, game number 5. Stephen Knipp unfortunately misses the 10 pins. That'll 267 left for him. Rodolfo Madriz was in the middle of the pack. Got the first hit in the 10th. He could strike out for 217. John Solero's having not a great game, unfortunately. He's got a double in the middle there, but that split in the 9th is going to hurt him. He finishes with 201. He was on the outside looking in as well in that top 8. Andrew Orff, who was in that top 8 right now, had 232. So we've got a couple more pairs left for game number 5, and then we're off to game number 6, the final game of the qualifying. Matthew Stobart leaves a 4-pin there in his first shot in the 10th, so he could finish spare strike for 215. I'll bring him down a little bit. I did not see, unfortunately, what Grant Smith had shot game number 5, so we'll have to wait and see what how he did to look at his finish, or spot in the standing, excuse me. Benny Graham looks to have gone spare, open, 4-bagger, spare, so he will shoot with a cover here in the 10th. He'll be at 206. Ezekiel Curtis struck, I believe, on his fill ball for 236. Matthew Stobart did finish with his shot in the 10th there for 215. Game number 6 is getting underway on lanes 11 and 12. We got 3 bowlers left for game number 5. Benny Graham leaves an 8 count there for 203. Jorge Rodriguez, after his little bit of a rough start to start, can strike out for 224. He got the first hit in the 10th. Stephen Knipp, after front 8-9 miss, finished at 267. One's a little wide for Stephen. Gets that 10 to fall, so still has a possible 267 right now. Excuse me. A couple other pairs going for game number 6 as well, the final game of qualifying. Hope you're enjoying yourself wherever you are this evening watching us. My name is Jason Woolham. We are at Cave Springs Lanes in St. Charles, St. Peters, Missouri. This is fifth edition of the Bowl MBT Sweeper Series. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button for us on the YouTube, youtube.com/BowlMBT, as well as our Facebook page, facebook.com/BowlMBT. And for all the standings for the Sweeper Series, as well as archive footage, bowlmbt.com is your source for that. So Stephen Knipp finishing up game number 5 for the tournament. Strike will shoot 267. Comes in a little high, 266 for him. So, nice little rebound for him as we are now into game number 6. The final game of qualifying. Should hopefully have that top 8, or all the standings as well as our top 8 shortly here for us so that we can make sure. I don't know where I was going with that, unfortunately, but that's okay. Brian Jones starts spare strike. Got a couple other pairs. Yeah, we're slowly getting started on game number 6 here. Not too many games fully in progress, but all the pairs are now on, the scores are going live, and we've got everyone ready for game number 6. Grant Smith, who was our leader after 4 strikes in this first frame. It's just amazing how you can how much integration and technology you can do for these tournament streams that Tom has put on to be able to pull the scores and automatically throw them into this ticker down here, then be able to even put more information, pull the names in and put them above there. So that way you're just not only seeing the initials, you now know, hey, I know that person by their actual name, not just guessing. Well, there's 2 JS's, you know, is it Jason Schaefer or is it John Solario? You know, it's an interesting thing, but it's just amazing how much we can see out there and how much technology has advanced for the streaming and that. So, game number 6 underway. We've got a couple doubles started early from what I can see. Jones leave the stone 9-pin on lane 12. Jason Schaefer has started spare strike on lanes 7 and 8. Jesse Mapp has the first two. A couple other doubles. Zach Lungwitz, Ezekiel Childs. Excuse me. Brian Capstick. All have doubles through the first two frames so far. John Solero as well with the front two to start. And here we are with those top five, or excuse me, standings after game number 5. Grant Smith continues to lead, 1,240. Matthew Stobart still in second, 1,231. Jason Schaefer still in third, 1,208. Jesse Mapp fourth at 1,172. Dwayne Stegmeyer now jumps into the top 8, 1,149. Jason Butler, 1,135. Brian Jones, 1,130. That is your top 8. Steve Hahn, 1 pin out, 1129. Benny Graham at 1127. 1118. Derek Mattin, Alan Casanova, 1116. John Solero is also at 1116. And Dwayne Johnson, 1115. So right now, Brian Jones is that top 8 number if all those bowlers are in the top 8 pool. So I don't have that information, but that's where we stand currently. Through the 5 games. Dwayne Johnson, who was on that outside looking in, has gone spare double to start. John Solero with a blower 7-pin. Brian Jones pocket, looks like a pocket 710 from what I could tell. It gets one of them, so 67 in the 4th for him. So we've got a couple front 4s, couple front 3s for those trying to jump into the cut, as well as those trying to stay in as well. Tournaments are all about survival. Looks like we had the Looks like we had that same scoring issue happen again on 5 and 6. System kind of restarted itself, so have to keep an eye on that. Brian Jones gets the next hit in the 5th frame, so it's 2:47 left. As well, we've got Andrew Orff sparing after his failed washout conversion. So 2:58 left for him. Grant Smith gone double, open, strike, or excuse me, double open double. 2:65 left for him. Jason Schaefer gets off the Dutch run for his first double of the game. Brian Kapsick has the front 5. He's up on lanes, 13 and 14. Dwayne Johnson gets his 4th in a row there for him, so he's still got his 290 going. Dwayne Stegmeyer, unfortunately, just left a 4.67 in the 5th frame, working off that double. Andrew Orff with another open, so he's at 84 in the 5th. Mansolero gets another double going. 279 left for him. Dwayne Stegmeyer gets 2 of the 3 for his split, so he's at 95 in the 5th, excuse me, 95 in the 5th. Got a few people trying to jump in, and those working to stay in right now. Benny Graham, 48 in the 3rd with a spare up in the 4th. He was just on the outside. He was 3 out of Mr. Brian Jones. Jason Schaefer keeps the string going. Spare strike, spare 3 in a row. Ryan Kapstick still has the front 6. Zach Lundwitz is getting up in the 6th frame right now for his attempt at the front 6. Oh, and Dwayne Johnson leaves the Greek Church on lane 10 and working on 4 in a row. John Solera gets his 3rd in a row after double spared 3 in a row. Zach Lundwitz leaves the 2-5 on a light hit. See how many Dwayne can get here on his split attempt. I would personally probably be going for count, just getting the 3. Oh, and gets 4. I mean, shooting at the 610, you should be able to get at least 3, probably 4 then, so. But you never know. So 130 over was the projected top 8 cut for all those that were in it. 5 and 6 is now back into play after the software reboot. Jason Schaefer comes in light, leaves the bucket. So Ryan Jones is on a double, working in the 7th frame. And that's 3 in a row for him. Consolero a little high, leaves a 4-pin. Still 58 left for 258 left for him. Quentin Wright gets the 4.57 to fall, so he's got a double. He's got 269 left. I mean, he was down in the standings a little bit, but still a good game. Will bring him in contention for the overall points to gain one of those 16 spots to make that May 8th final event for those that don't make the top 8 or top 16, excuse me. So Johnson recovers his spare. So looks to be no 300's the final game of qualifying, but still a lot of drama possible. Derek Madsen, he's got 227 left. Andrew Orff gets a double here in the 6th and 7th. Derek Madsen was 12 pins out of that top 8. Fortunately, well, he shoots 216 that game. So don't think he's going to fortunately make that top 8. Jason Schaefer strike up in the 8th, so that's 250 or 246 left for him. Brian Jones up on lanes 11 and 12. Still got a possible 240 left himself. Gets the trip 4. Still got a chance, Mr. Jones. Still holding on. He is that cut number right now at 11:30. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Around 11:30. Yep. Steve Hahn was the one who was 1 pin out at 11:29. I'm trying to take a look to see where he is. He is on lanes 15 and 16. He's got a possible 221 left, so he's going to need them all here. John Solero, high flush for him. So he's got 258 left. Jesse Mapp goes doubles 9 spare. 5 in a row for him. Dwayne Johnson, unfortunately, another split on the left lane. Jason Schaefer's up on lane 7 and 8. That comes in high. He's got to split himself now, so 12:08. I mean, he's 78 up on the cut right now for top 8. So should be okay if he goes with 2 teens, so it's gonna be close for him. John Solero would have felt like any chance there he needed a strike on that shot, and he's got it, so he's got 258 left. Brian Jones has the same thing going. He is the cut number at 11:30 right now. If he doesn't strike here, he could only shoot 220 with a spare. Jesse Mapp comes in high, leaves a 3, 4, 6, 10. Brian Jones gets the 10 to fall. So he's got 5 in a row after his open in the 4th. Andrew Orff gets a strike there in the 9th. He's got 4 in a row now. He's still in 5th. He was at 11:72. He was 42 up on the cut number. So we'll see. Jesse Mapp gets 2 of the 4. Johnson leaves another 10 pin. So I think his run at the top 8 is going to be over. Alan Casanova got to 13:49 with a 2:33 there. So I just seen that just before it went off. So that's help. That's going to be, he's going to be close. He was 14 out. No Derek Mattson. What is this? 40, so he's ahead of Derek Mattson now. Benny Graham has got 2:04 left. Grant Smith is going to shoot 2:13. Nope, 2:10, excuse me. Brian Jones, 5 in a row, working on 6. His 10th frame, oh no. Comes in high, leaves a split. So that's, this top 8 got real dicey real quick. Jason Schaefer is going to shoot 2:04. He should be in. John Solario could jump in here. If he gets this hit. No, the 7-pin stands. Ugh. So 2:37 if he spare strikes. $2.12 for Brian Jones. Not running the math, not fully running the math here, but I think Allen went around him. I'm trying to remember, 12:43. Andrew Orff, only going to shoot 2-team, but he should be in. Whew. It's got real dicey real quick, boys and girls, and I am here for it. So, spare there. 2:37. 2:37 be 11:43 or 13:43, excuse me. So, gonna get real interesting. Strike for 2:37 for John Solario. So it's an 11:53, excuse me. So I think he's ahead of Alan Casanova there. Andrew Orff 2:13. Brian Jones 2:12, 2:01 there. Zach Lungwitz 2:24. Got a few bowlers left for game number 6 to finish up here. Just trying to do all the math on the fly as best as I can. But we should have these scores updated as soon as competition is over. Quinn White shot 268 that game. Ryan Jones at 13:42, 13:22 for Zach Lungwitz. Jesse Mapp, 14:29. He had 2:30 that last game, so. Getting ready, hopefully, to see this top 8 shortly. Got one pair left right now. They're in the 9th. They're starting the 9th frame. Steve Knipp has finished his 9th frame. Excuse me, he finished his 8th frame. So we've got one pair left in play. It's lanes 5 and 6. No. Trying to take a look to see. Alan Nibrick was. Alex Nibrick and Adam Wachowski were the closest, I think, to that top 8 right now. Steve Knipp. Was near there as well. Open from Alex there in the 9th. And Wachowski. Leaves a 6-pin there. Alex Niebuhr gets the first hit in the 10th there. He's at 2. Or he'll be at 214 with a strikeout. Wachowski. Wojciechowski, excuse me. Finish off with 226 if he strikes out. Alex struck in the second game, or second strike in the 10th there. Matthew Stobart is also on that pair, 5 and 6. He could finish with 215, but he should be in the cut as well. He was at 1231, so he should be second, I believe, because there wasn't many that had went around. So we will see once all the scores are finalized. So Matthew Stobart covers the spare. Alex Newberg shot 213 that game. Adam gets the first hit in the 10th. Leaves an 8 count there for Matthew. That'll put him 213, so that'll be $12.43. Maybe the second spot. Let's see if that'll get him that second qualifier spot for the May 8th tournament. Wachowski leaves the 5-count washout, 215 for him. And Stephen Knipp is the last bowler for game number 6 here, with the first ball underway. Almost a weird shaker, 5-10. 5 fell late, so he's got the 10-pin only. Spare here and strike will put him at 192. So Covers the single pin, gives the last hurrah for his shot, and here's the final shot of qualifying for the 5th sweeper in the Bowl MBT series. Cave Springs Lanes. And gets a nice break to carry all 10 there for him. Finishes with 192. So that completes qualifying for the 5th sweeper in the Bowl MBT series. We are currently awaiting the standings to be totalized for you. My name is Jason Woolen. Well, thank you for joining me for the qualifying. We have that top 8 bracket match play coming up shortly. If you have a chance, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for us, youtube.com/BowlMBT, as well as our Facebook page, facebook.com/BowlMBT. And as well, you can get all the stats and standings for the Bowl MBT sweeper at bowlmbt.com.
So I am back. How you doing, Jason?
Good. How are you doing?
I think Brian is going to step in for a little bit.
Awesome.
Do a little bit of commentary for us. Getting ready for the match play, so we have probably about 10 minutes, and then we'll be back at it. Do you know who wound up coming for a second?
I'm thinking it was Grant Smith and Matthew Stobart. I'm not sure anyone else.
I know Grant was smiling. He looked
Yeah,
happy.
Grant was smiling, yeah. Yeah, Jesse had 230. Andrew had 210.
Okay.
So, yeah, scores definitely went down that last game. So,
yeah. You want to switch positions here, Brian, and throw some headphones on?
yeah, I'll jump in number 2. Yeah.
I am going to go work the camera now.
Sounds good.
I'm going to leave this shot up. I'm going to go get some camera work done, and then we're going to do, I guess, the quad view again of the match play.
Awesome.
All right. Thanks, Brian.
Oh, hello, Mr. Jones.
What's going on, Mr. Woldham?
Not too much.
Good. I did not bowl exceptionally well tonight, sir.
Yeah, you were.
I was in 8th going into the last game, and I opened in a 10th on a 247.
Yeah, I saw that.
That was pretty frustrating, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Felt like I threw it respectable, and yeah, it didn't work out so well. So I was a little frustrated for a moment.
Yeah. So the game before that, I was watching you because we were talking about 7 and 8 and how you love 7 and 8.
That was great.
Yeah. That 9 and 10 you said was playing longer.
Sure was. A lot longer.
Yeah.
Yeah, 11 and 12 was decent. Wasn't too bad. 9 and 10 was night and day. 5 and 6 was night and day. Different than the rest of the house was.
Yeah.
I felt like, at least.
Yeah.
I felt 3 and 4, 7 and 8, 11 and 12 all played pretty close, and 9 and 10 and 5 and 6 had a little more length to the shape of the pattern.
Okay.
Scores were lower though tonight. We have a couple guys that hit them pretty good, but as you saw, overall scores were down a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. 14.
Grant bowled well though.
Grant bowled very well.
Grant bowled really well all night. Yeah. I watched a few of his games. He was close to me in proximity, and I watched him. Throws the ball fantastic.
Yeah.
Good young youth bowler, or I guess college bowler should be more appropriate said, but good young college bowler. Throws the ball fantastic, and it's a pleasure watching him bowl, and he bowled exceptional tonight.
Awesome. Yeah, I had a chance to more watch him last few games because he was more in front of me. Had that 279 to start.
Yep.
And 240, 220. So, then whatever. I think he had shot like probably around there game 6, if I remember correctly. So,
yeah.
So he should make that not only the top 8 if he was in that, but then also the May 8th event as well.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, he does qualify for the championship.
Yeah.
I know this was only his second event he bowled, so I'm sure he's pretty ecstatic about getting the automatic qualifier. And that's if you finish first or second during the 6-game tournament. You get an automatic bid into the championship, which is going to be pretty awesome. And it's coming up, I believe you're right. I believe it's the first week or second week of May.
Yep.
Second Sunday of May. That's coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Derby weekend, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah, Kentucky Derby
Yeah.
weekend is May the 7th this year, and the championship's May 8th, and then I go to Vegas on May 15th. And I go to Ozarks the weekend before that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I got the Ozarks on the 1st of May, basically. This is going to be on the May 8th, and then Las Vegas for the championships on May 15th. So I got 3 weeks in a row of some pretty fun and exciting bowling coming up. So hopefully hopefully I'm running on a hot streak at that time, because that sure would be beneficial.
For sure. Who are you bowling with at out in Nationals?
That's going to be some of the St. Peters, Missouri guys.
Okay.
Some of the guys that bowl out of Plaza. I think it's been Tubbins' group.
Oh, cool.
I think it's his group, and then I'm going to be bowling with Kevin Abear, Robbie Spetner, and a couple other guys. So yeah, it should be a fun time for sure. Should be a fun time. I haven't been out to Nationals in forever, so I am super excited, honestly. I'm super excited to go out there and bowl, and I've seen some of our local guys recently here took over the lead. I think they lost that lead, but nonetheless, they were 1, 2, and 3. Some local guys were, and they bowled exceptional, so it was good to see.
Yeah, no, they definitely had a know who we're talking about. Yeah, nice for that first first week, excuse me. Yeah, they were 1, 2, 3, and
yep. Looks like we got the finals coming up here. Looks like I finished 10th. Awesome job, Brian. Way to miss out there, buddy. 9th or 8th or 10th? 9th?
Matthew Stobart, Jesse Mapp, Jason Schaefer.
10. I can't count.
10. What was 8th? Like 10 pins more?
Solaria at 13:53.
Yeah, so I missed out by like 11 pins that opened in 10th. Well, that's brutal, dude. But you know what? Now I get to sit here and chat with you for a little bit.
Yeah,
so,
there we go.
You know, hindsight looks like I did that on purpose.
Your loss is my gain.
Exactly, exactly. I apologize. I got a little allergies going on in the old nose. I am COVID free, so.
Yeah. So Grant Smith did hold on to.
He did.
2 seconds and I'll have top 8 for you.
And Matt too.
And Matt, yeah, he had Matt. Those held to.
Both of those
Jesse
are going to
Mapp.
get.
Jesse Mapp went on a run.
He did. That buck 70 game just.
Buck 70 game 2, and he's like, nope. Okay.
Put a firecracker.
280, 290, 234, 230 to get to 1429. Jason Schaefer held on to 4th. Jason Boletter is 5th at 1392. Andrew Orff 6th, excuse me, at 1385. Dwayne Stegemeyer 1372, and John Solerio was 8th at 1372.
1353, I think, buddy.
53, yeah.
That's okay. It's been a long night for you. Yeah. Here you go. Let's.
Yeah. Why don't you read it?
Let's try this for the second time. I can't promise anything, but we're going to give it an honest effort. Grant
Can't be any worse
Smith,
than me.
young man Grant Smith, blew him up tonight, 1450 to lead qualifying. Matthew Stobart at 1444 was second. Jesse Mapp, 1429 was third. Jason Schaefer came in fourth at 1412. Rounding out the top 5 was Jason Butler. Did I pronounce that correctly? Butler? Butler?
I've been doing bowl letter.
Yeah. Jason, good bowling tonight, sir. 1392. Andrew Orff at 1385. Another good showing. Dwayne Stegemeyer at 1372. And John Solerio at 1353. Good job, buddy. That's awesome. Way to sneak in that last cast spot. You're welcome for opening in 10th to slide you in there.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. And then Alan Casanova was 9, 1349. So it's going to round out your top 9. I don't know how many people we paid. How many people did we pay?
Probably 1 and 4, isn't it? So it would be 8.
8. Paid top 8.
Yeah.
Awesome. So yeah, we're going to have some match play going on now. 1 versus 8. So we're going to have Grant Smith against John Solerio. We're going to have Matthew Stobart against Dwayne Stigmeyer. We're going to have Jesse Mapp against Andrew Orff. Well, that's going to be a good matchup.
Yeah.
A couple guys that really throw the ball well there. It's in Jason Schaefer versus the other Jason B.
Jason B. and
Jason
S,
B.
And here's Jason W.
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
maybe I'll get back out there one day. You know,
I think you should. I think you would have hit him good tonight, man.
I know. I'll be honest. I was looking at it.
Yeah.
I was just like, I was salivating.
All
I
right,
was
my
just like,
top 8 major plays. On lane 5, Grant Smith. Lane 6, Ellen Casanova.
oh,
Lane 13.
Somebody didn't get in,
yep.
so he missed out by one,
Jason
huh?
Butler.
By 7 pins.
No,
Ain't
I'm
that-
sorry. 15 and 16. Grant Smith go to 15.
Who didn't
Ellen
get in?
Casanova on 16. Jason Butler on 13. Andrew Orff on 14.
I don't see-
Matthew
wait, did
Stobart
Matthew
on 11.
No? Who didn't get in?
John Solero
Okay.
on 12. Jason Schaefer on 9. And Dwayne Stigmeyer on 10.
So Jesse
Jason Butler.
Jason Butler didn't.
Jason
Wow.
Butler didn't get in. Ain't that some stuff?
So it hurts even more now.
It does. I'm not gonna sugarcoat that feeling right now. I'm a little I'm on a scale of 1 to 10. I'm probably about a 15 right now. I can go back and find
goodness-
7 pins.
Thank goodness we're on a delay.
yeah,
I think you
I
know.
can go back and find 7 pins on multiple occasions tonight.
I just want to. Can you guys hear me?
No.
Hear me?
Ooh,
How about now?
there we go.
There we go. That's working. Okay, I just want to bring another headset out here. And if you guys want to grab someone as they're coming off, you're more than welcome to bring 3 in the booth.
Awesome.
Okay, they're on 8.
8. Awesome. Brendan Pick was messaging me, and I appreciate that, Brendan. As we figured out that Jesse Mapp wasn't in the top 8, but I mean, still be a good run for him. That'll get him some points
All right, guys, you guys
for
are turned
that
off. Your lanes are turned on. Go ahead and put your names in. You'll get 5 minutes
for
of
that
practice.
top 8, or for the top.
Jason Butler? You mean? Was it in the top 8 bracket?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jason Butler was on it, but he's going to get some
Yeah.
good points, though, for
Yeah,
the
that's what I meant.
championship.
That's what I meant. yeah.
Absolutely. So the first 6 games, for those who are curious, the first 6 games of qualifying count towards the points. It counts towards the points for the championship in May, and also counts towards the points for the bonus that my mortgage company, Jones Mortgage Group, is providing $500 to the #1 point getter for tournaments 5, 6, 7, and 8. So tonight was the first night someone can earn points that qualify for the second bonus payout of $500 provided by Jones Mortgage Group. So it's pretty exciting. We get to give out money again after week 8. That's going to be on, I believe, the end of April. I probably will not be here that night, unfortunately. Actually, it's on a Monday now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to Mondays.
Yep.
This is the last Sunday turnout, so I will be here for that event to give out
Okay.
$500.
There you go.
I'm
So you
excited
bowling
for
the-
that.
Are you bowling the Mondays then?
I am going to be
'Cause
bowling
you're
the
not-
Mondays.
You don't have a league.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah. I've
Neither
been.
do I. So you know,
Yeah. I've been subbing on Mondays in Illinois, but that-
I'm too high of an average. They won't let me.
yeah, that'll come to an end here after this Monday,
Yeah.
and I'll be able to bowl the Mondays here, and hopefully we have a good turnout. So I'm excited. The championship is going to be really fun. All these tournaments have been really fun. Great competition, great
Yeah.
streaming. It's been awesome, and I look forward to not only continuing, the sponsorship of this tournament and this event and this idea, but also to continue bowling them, as I think everyone's had fun. Tonight was a little bit lower on the turnouts. I think we had 31 or 32.
31. Yeah.
31 show up tonight, which is still good. Don't
Yeah.
get me wrong, but it's a little lower than we've had the last couple. But yeah, I think it's going to be awesome.
For sure. Yeah, I think some Mondays I've got Mondays off. I think.
Well, the good news
Well,
is
not off, but I mean like
available. Sure.
Available,
The
yeah.
good news is if you haven't bowled this tournament yet, and you're still trying to qualify for the top 32 for the championship, you still have time.
Yeah.
To get in these tournaments, bowl the last 3 on Monday nights, and you can still qualify. You still have the opportunity to qualify because we've had so many different bowlers bowl that to make the top 32.
For sure.
It's still attainable. Let me take that look. Let me take a look at the website. If you go to bowlmbt.com, you can look on the website and get all kinds of
That's what I was pulling up.
streaming, prior events, all kinds of fun stuff, guys. It's on bowlnbt.com. If you go to
Yeah.
the first page, you can see my my mug on there, handing out $500 to Cameron Doyle for the first 4
Yeah, and he
points
bowled
leader.
2 events.
Yeah, he did. That was
I mean,
crazy.
he qualified first. He averaged like
That was crazy.
260 or so.
So let's go. Let's see what the points are at right now for the top 32. We're going to look here.
But that last 16th spot right now is someone who's only bowled 2 events.
Yep.
Ray Spink, who is at 95 points. And I'm like,
Okay, is that the updated list there?
that is the updated list.
Yeah, so 95 points is the top 16,
You're
right?
in 8th.
Yeah.
160.
Yep, so 95 points. And you can earn, to win a tournament, you get 200 points. So if you came in here and you bowled 1 tournament and you finished in the top 4, you would technically be qualified.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, close,
Yeah.
if not there, because Ray Spink wasn't here tonight.
Mhm.
Robert Jackson, Tim Curran wasn't here.
Mhm.
Now Jason Butler moved up.
Yep.
You know,
he'll have,
Dwayne Stegemeyer was going to move
yeah,
up.
because he was 5th.
Yep.
He'll gain 75.
Yeah. So if you came and bowled 1 tournament, you finished in the top 4, just in 1 tournament, it looks like you're going to be right in the qualifying numbers. So if you're thinking about bowling, don't hesitate. Come out and join us. I mean, it's going to be fun. The tournament format's pretty fun as well. It doesn't cost a whole lot of money. It's only $60. And you get an opportunity to qualify for the championship, which pays, as of right now, and it could change based on entries, but as of right now, it's paying $3,000 for first place. And you really only need to bowl the last 3 tournaments, you know, to have a chance.
Yeah. So 5 minutes of practice for these bowlers as they get warmed back up. I know we were talking. I remember the last time I bowled, I think, or last time I commentated, excuse me. I remember one of the matches, like someone had come from the pair that they were on, and it really didn't change much for them, but it didn't like give them a huge advantage either, because I mean, depending on what they shot that game, doesn't really matter. You know, they could have shot 2-0 and, you know, held on kind of thing and such. So
Yeah, absolutely. So we have, again, we have Opie versus Jason Schaefer, battle of the lefties. Should be a good matchup.
for sure.
We have Matt and John Solario, battle of the straighties. That should be a good matchup. Then we have Orf against Jesse Mapp, battle of the talent. And then we have Mr. What's his name? Grant. Mr. Grant Smith versus Mr. Casanova, battle of a guy I don't know, and some young guy who throws the ball exceptionally well. So
Some young guy you don't know.
yeah. So yeah, my predictions here are Grant Smith winning his matchup. Jesse Mapp over Andrew Orf is my prediction there. John Solario over Matt. And then Jason Schaefer over Opie. That's my predictions. What about you, man?
Yeah, I'm gonna do. I mean, Jason Schaefer has been bowling lights out in these for the last however long, and looks like he's now switched away from that 3D offset that he. Did you hear the bridge
No.
kind of cracked?
The bridge
on him?
cracked.
On
Oh.
like in the 8th, 9th frame of the 300
Of the 300 game, his bridge cracked. Wow. Oh, it just
So
goes
he's
to show
getting
you
that-
we
so
don't
he's
need a
get-
bridge to throw strikes.
Yeah. John's a teammate of mine, so I think there's my pick for that one. Jason Bolletter, I like the way he rolls the ball. He's got.
Wait,
a nice,
I
he's
thought
got
he
a
didn't get
nice-
in.
Jesse Mapp didn't.
Oh, Jesse Mapp
Mapp
didn't.
didn't. Yeah.
Jesse Mapp didn't get in.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, my
Yeah.
fault. I was
Yeah.
absolutely mistaken on that one.
So.
So I
Do
apologize
you
for
want
that.
to still hold on to who was your pick then?
Well, my pick was Jesse Mapp,
Okay,
who's
well,
not
definitely
bowling.
gonna be that one then.
He's definitely not going to win that match.
So yeah.
So I'm going to go with Andrew Orf on that one then.
Okay. I'm gonna pick Jason Bolletter there, and then yeah, Grant Smith's just been bowling lights out. So.
Sure. Yeah.
So.
Should be fun to watch.
For sure. So Jason Schaefer started off with a 9 spare. Okay, good. Commentator curse done. I know Alan Casanova, I think he had, if I remember tonight, he started double 7-10 pick. So I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah. He's 7-10 picked, huh?
Pick the 710, yeah.
He picked a 7-10 and knocked me out of making the top 8. That's awesome. That's more good times, Waldem. I appreciate you bringing that up so I can
Just finding more now.
so I can stab myself in the heart a little bit more. That was brutal. You did that on purpose, didn't you?
Oh.
You like, hey, I'm gonna let Mr. Jones know that the guy that beat him out for 7 pins for the top 8 also picked a 7-10 tonight. It's beautiful. Nice shot, Mr. Worf.
Nothing beat our team game or our league on Tuesday night.
Yeah.
We bowled. both myself and Josh McLean at the front 9, bottom 2 bowlers of our team. And we're slightly ahead in our team match, and we both go pocket 710 to lose.
Wow.
Just like, great, thanks.
Pocket 710, huh?
Yeah, both of us. Like, great.
Uh-oh.
Like, I would have gone off if I didn't see his beforehand. I just kind of let it go, and I just like, okay, whatever.
You know, Jason, I've come to the conclusion on something here.
Uh-huh.
I've come to the conclusion that the universe wanted me to sit in this booth with you tonight.
Yeah,
Mr. Casanova picks a
mentioned-
7-10, and I opened in a 10th on the last game, and I had numerous unfortunate events tonight. I left a high pocket, blowout 7-10 tonight. I've never seen it. Rudy that I was bowling with, never seen it before.
There's.
I'm just the universe just wanted me to sit here and talk to you tonight.
You and I were talking like earlier this evening before the tournament started. You're like, yeah, I'd love to be talking to you. Oh my god.
Yeah, the universe. Wow, that was a bad break for Jason.
Jeez.
The universe wanted me to sit here and talk to you. It's a foregone conclusion.
Yep. So a double between Jason and Andrew. Make that 3 in a row for Andrew.
Good matchup
Jason,
going on.
excuse me. And the match of Solario and...
That's Matt Stobart.
No. It's not.
Yeah, it's Matt Stobart and John
Matt
Solario.
Stobart, that's right. Yeah. I'm looking at the M and I got confused.
A strike for Mr. Orff.
Alan covers his spares. He's spare to strike.
Uh-oh. Greg Church 5 through the middle for John Solario. Early lead for Matthew. Schaefer up on 9. Oh, almost back-to-back 8 pins.
Back to the 3D offset.
Yes.
Smashes it.
Another strike for Mr. Orff.
Yep. Front 3, front 4.
Good effort.
Oh, good 3 there.
Strike for Mr. Casanova. Opie up on lane 10. Oh, he goes right through the middle for a 6 count.
So Matthew Stobart is throwing, I think,
I don't know. I thought it was a fever pitch all night.
And the funny thing is I didn't. I actually thought it was what it was, which was a Mission 2.0.
That's a Mission 2.0?
It's a Mission 2.0.
It looks like a fever pitch.
Yeah, no, yeah, for sure.
It rolls like a fever pitch. It really does.
It really does. There's
It rolls
not
like
a lot
a
of
fever
motion
pitch.
on
No.
it, but it's just so crazy. Like
It rolls like a fever pitch.
yeah, it's so crazy to think like, you know, a ball from what this is
2011?
Yeah, 2011.
Ish?
Yeah.
Yeah, that ball rolls like a fever pitch. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Well, and that's the craziness about like how much technology
Has changed.
Has changed in that
Yeah.
you know, like balls from 10+ years ago
Yep.
are
I was throwing a Danger HPC tonight.
ooh.
Yeah, remember that? Are you too young for that?
I know of it.
It's 2000.
Okay.
22 years ago, yep. That was the HPH, the HPC, and the HPD was that line of balls. They were all proactive particles with the variations of the Danger Zone core. And yeah, I happened to have an HPC sitting in my house, and I looked at it one night, and I'm like, I'm going to drill that. And I did, and I love it. It rolls super early, like urethane, and still has some continuation, and still hits very good.
So that's when you
That
went to
black
9
ball?
and 10. Was that what you were throwing?
That's what
then?
I was
Okay.
throwing. Yep.
I was like, it really didn't have a lot of down lane
No.
motion, so I was thinking
It's
it was
early and smooth.
Yeah.
Yep. Works great on these wood lanes.
Yeah.
Because that's what we bowled on back then. Oh, Jason with another strike. That's a good match going on there.
For sure. John looks a little bit lost there.
Yeah, he goes high, then moves in, catches a little oil.
Yep. Still not. Oh, wow.
Opie missed. Early lead for Jason Schaefer.
Allen, 30.
Grant has the front four. Grant really throwing the ball well tonight. Mr. Casanova hanging in there, though.
Yep. Looks like he's throwing a Zen.
It is. Have you thrown a Zen yet?
I have not thrown any Storm Products balls in a
Oh.
long time.
You still
but-
throwing Brands of Brunswick?
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
Yeah. Hey, Brands
no
of Brunswick's a
particular
great.
reason. I mean,
Yeah.
they roll better for me.
Yeah.
than that, and
They
that's-
roll better for those who keep the ball in front of them.
Mhm.
I like Brands of Brunswick myself. I've had a lot of success with them. They do roll really well for people who keep the ball in front of them.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, bucket for Jason Schaefer. Best match we got going on right now in 13 and 14.
Front four.
Andrew Orr for the front four, and Jason, I'm sure we're butchering his name, Jason Butler with the front four as well.
There you go, John. Back on the proverbial strike train. One of the phrases I used tonight. I think it was from Matthew. He had like, oh my.
Open frame for Jason Schaefer.
Yeah.
Puts him at 93 in the fifth, and Opie with 53 in the fourth, a 10-pin lead for Jason Schaefer.
This is why we don't do math on stream, guys. That's why I use Excel. Come on, you know.
Yeah. Got to have that quick math when you
Yeah.
work in the mortgage business.
Yeah, very true.
People always asking you those quick questions. You got to
Yeah.
be able to know the answer pretty quickly on them. Those math questions.
A little high for
Yeah, a little
Matthew
fast
there,
eight.
fast
On that
eight.
fast pitch he's throwing. Or fever pitch, I mean.
Yeah. It is an Ebony 2.0. Looks like
Opie squared up.
Obi changed to
A trend two.
I was gonna say a trend 2. Belma won today.
Did he?
29 titles.
That guy is pretty good.
He's pretty good, yeah.
He's pretty good.
Yeah.
And he has just been on fire this year.
Four titles this
He
year.
has just been on fire. Age has not caught up to him yet.
No.
He still throws the ball exceptionally well. Still reads the lanes better than anybody, in my opinion, that's ever existed. He's just fantastic at
and,
so
and
many
shoots
levels.
spares.
He does everything.
Yeah.
He's just ungodly good.
Yeah. And we had a couple Missourians win national titles this past week.
We did.
Kyle Sherman winning the Cheetah
Yes.
in the all Lindenwood final.
That was exciting to watch.
That was very exciting.
I think
It was-
Kevin Williams from
I think
Springfield,
Kevin
Missouri,
Williams, yeah, Kevin Williams
won the Shark.
Yep.
Yep,
And Belmo ran the ladder in the
he did.
Scorpion,
Uh-huh.
and then
We had
Chris
some.
Prather-
We had
Prather
some.
started off
We have
the
some.
weekend with the world championship against Jason Sterner there in that roll off.
Yeah, that was fun.
So,
And
I was at the last time they had a roll off in a major championship. Now, technically at the time it wasn't considered a major, but I count it because it got retroactively changed to a major. But it was the Players Championship down to one knee and leaves the 10 pin there for
The Players
Jason.
Championship.
Yeah, back in 2000.
like 15, 14.
14, 15, yeah.
Yeah.
It was Parker and Ronnie Russell.
Okay. Man, Parker's still going strong.
God, he's still got Norm.
Norm's still going strong. So good.
Barnes
Barnes.
is still throwing on the
Yes.
on the kids tour.
Yep. Norm's just, yeah, that guy is just incredible, man. Just incredible.
The match that he had against Tommy Jones. Come on.
Oh,
there you
nice.
go.
Nice run-in messenger.
Yeah. The match he had against Tommy Jones in that Players Championship South final when he picked the 4 through the middle Just like he had no look. He picks
Oh,
the
Jason
fork through the middle.
Schaefer sweeps out the bucket. That was beautiful.
This pair, as you said, this pair just looks like it's going longer.
Yeah, it was. And these guys are
and-
lefties, but this pair played exceptionally long compared to the other pairs.
Yeah, it was really interesting. I think if I remember, at some point I was watching Derek Mattson on this pair, and I think this was the pair he had either ball changed the fill ball or it was the next game, but like you started to see a lot of early transition.
Oh, there's
my
a solid
gosh.
8 for
Are you
Opie.
kidding me?
Yeah, that was brutal. Great shot.
Yeah.
Solid 7 for Jason Butler down on lanes 13 and 14. Andrew Orr for the front 6. Grant's got 279 left. Mr. Casanova 230. Another strike for Grant. Matt Stobart 268 remaining. John Salerio 253. So we got some matches going on that aren't over yet.
A little high, or definitely high. leaves a 6 pin.
Casanova trips out the bucket. Puts him at 232 remaining. Grant just needs to stay clean to wrap up that game. There's an errant shot by Matthew Stobart in an open frame. Puts John Salerio back in the conversation. We got a tight match all tied up here
You're
for
really good at this. I like this.
Opie. Jason Schaefer. This is a big frame here for
Yeah.
Opie. He
Good-
needs a
and
strike.
Good, and good backing off there. I understand that.
Yeah, he had a little distraction
Yeah, a little
off to
distraction.
his right side. The lane man coming out to get some deadwood.
Deadwood clear and man, trying to stretch across the lane sometimes. I'll tell you,
Yeah, I
it's
wouldn't do it.
difficult. Yeah.
I wouldn't do it.
I
1, I don't think I could. 2, I don't.
Don't
Even if I
clap for
could, I
him.
don't think I'd get back up.
you're much shorter, right?
I am.
So let's see. Yeah, Casanova's down. Oh,
7
no,
pin.
shake.
That match is over.
Yeah, Grant Smith should be moving
Matt
on.
Stobart 4 pins.
So he's gone. No,
Yeah.
he's struck on that lane. Didn't he? I think he tripped out the 4 the last time on that. So
Opie up on lane 9. Must
Okay.
strike here.
gets
Does.
the wall shot.
Does. 212 remaining. Jason Schaefer walks up on lane 10 with 222 left.
Allen covers the spare. But yeah, that one's pretty much done.
Yeah, that match is
for
over.
that one. So
Grant Smith's going to advance on lane 15 and 16 to the next round. Andrew Smith, front 6, 4 pin spare, 279 remaining, 268 for Jason Butler. That's the best match we got going. Jason Schaefer up on lane 10. Nice
That's a
shot.
good shot.
10 in the pit. Huge double there for Jason Schaefer.
Yep.
Puts
If he
him on
strikes,
top.
He can't be shut out. So
Yes.
John Salerio.
Oh, roll! Running Messenger gets this 10 out,
Gets
but
the
leaves
10,
a
but
7.
leaves a 7. But that will. He'll still be ahead in the match now.
He is.
226, 232.
Jason Schaefer up on lane 9.
Throwing the offset on that lane.
Oh,
Gets
the
the 7
7.
to fall.
Nice. Big double there for
Big
Jason
double for
Schaefer.
Jason. See,
Been sitting here all night, Mr. Wollum.
I've actually been standing a lot,
Wow.
to be honest. So
About to say, you've been here for a while, sir.
yeah, I've been standing a lot.
Opie up on lane 10. Great shot, 10 in the
Yeah,
pit.
great shot for
That's
him.
beautiful.
Yeah, Jason struck on his. Jason Bollinger down on lane 13, 14 struck, so he's still. Excuse me, 268 left for him.
So Opie comes up here in the 10th, 212 remaining. If he strikes out, fills him up, Jason Schaefer would need to double in order to get the win.
And one.
Double and 1.
Double with one. everyone always says double. It's like you need the one.
That is true.
The one is important.
Technically, without the 1, you do not have a win.
We have a tie.
We do.
In the case of a tie, I don't know what we do.
We do a 9 and 10 frame roll off.
Oh, thank you.
Yes. Opie up on lane number 9, 10 frame. Nice
That's
shot.
10 for him. Nice shot for him. Jason Butler. Ooh, some fire there.
Yeah, getting a little excited in that matchup down there. Angel Wharf can step up in the 9th and 10th, throw
Shut
the
for
next
him.
3 strikes, and shut out Jason Butler.
Yep.
That is the best way to quiet someone's excitement.
Yep.
Shut him out.
Yep. And John Solero has 221 left. So Matthew Stobart can shoot 226. So double in, or well, 8th and 9th first. Oh, wow.
Wrap 10.
Wrap 10.
Opie
that
up on
puts
lane
him
9. Big double coming up here. Great shot, runs it out. Oh,
Oh,
wrap 7. Puts him at 201. Jason Schaefer needs the first one in the 10th to beat him.
Grant finishes with 250.
He did.
Oh my. Well, that's gonna hurt count.
212 remaining for Stobart, 221 for John Solerio.
All right.
250 for Andrew Orff, 260 for Jason Butler. Jason Butler cannot be shut out in that match.
9 spare strike. We have a tie.
9 spare strike. We have a tie. Strike for a win.
Andrew did cover his spare.
Great shot. There it is. Great pitch. Jason Schaefer for the
Great shot
win.
for Jason Schaefer. He'll move on. So Jason Schaefer will move on. Grant Smith will move on. Matthew Stobart covers this 3, 6, 9, 10. Still has a possible 221 left. He's 9 down in the count. Andrew Orff needs all 3 to force Jason to
Double.
double.
257 if he goes 9 spare strike. I'm sorry, 247 if he goes 9 spare strike.
That was a great ball change by Jason on the
Yeah,
on the
absolutely.
right lane.
Andrew Orff with the strike on lane 13.
That's the first hit.
Makes Butler throw the first one. A double makes him double. Through the beak for Matthew.
Andrew will take a re-rack here. Jason Schaefer wins his match 222 to 211.
John
222 to 201.
John Solerio 221 remaining, and Matthew Stobart 200. Big shot here, lane 13, Andrew Orff. Double for 259. Oh, he tugged it. No,
That's-
sir.
So
7 through the middle, 249 off. That would make Mr. Jason Butler throw the first one in
yeah, he
10th, though.
still needs the first hit. So.
Yep. John Solerio steps up in the 9th on lane 12.
Got that one wide.
2, 8, 10.
My goodness.
Wow. That puts him at 197 if he strikes out. That's still,
Oh.
and he still has to throw the first one in 10th on
Does he
lane
still?
14. Yes. He's got 247 if he 9 spare strikes. Andrew Orff had 248.
Oh, thank you.
John
Yeah,
Solerio
me too.
gets 9 here, puts him at 167, 197 remaining. Matthew Stobart, who has not struck since the 5th frame, would still need to double in the 10th to beat him.
Got 2.
He did. The hard way.
Yeah.
Jason Butler steps up on lane 14th, needs a first strike to defeat Andrew Orff. And he gets it for the win. And a little slap out on top of it.
Yeah. Good
Nicely
match.
done, Mr. Jason Butler. He moves on.
Good match there.
John Solerio.
I feel like any chance for Johnny has to double.
Yeah, he really does. Good shot off his hand.
That's the
Nice.
7 to fall. So needs one more of those.
So moving on so far, we have Grant moving on. We have Jason Butler moving on. And we have Jason Schaefer moving on. And we're waiting to find out who the 4th person moving on to the next round is going to be, whether it's going to be John Solerio stepping up on lane 11. Needs a double to make Matthew Stobart double in the 10th. Got a little bit wide. And carries.
Small carry, yep.
Huge double right there for John Solario.
So just needs to keep it on the lane here pretty much. 4 will force Matt to double. All right, that should be enough.
Yep.
So double for Matthew to advance.
Ball's in his court. He has an opportunity to move on.
I mean, actually, the strike was key too because he's left a 6 count the last time on that lane.
That's
so.
true.
So double and 8.
Coming up here, Matthew Stobart has not struck on this lane since the frame 2, lane 12.
It's close.
10 in a pit, nicely done.
Beautiful
But
shot.
1 is not enough. Needs a double. Hasn't thrown a double since frame 3. For those keeping track at home. The building's silent. Matthew Stobart steps up on lane 12. You think he's nervous? I don't think he is. I think he's got water running through his veins right now. Here it is. Good shot off the hand. And he
Great
buries
shot.
it.
Great shot. from him
Nicely
there.
done to get the win. No, not yet. We
Not
still
yet.
need 8
Needs 8.
pins. That's
Needs 8.
correct. I've seen
Things.
crazier
I've seen some
things
crazy
happen.
things, man.
I've
Been
seen
around this
crazier
sport
things
long
happen.
enough. We've seen crazy things.
I have seen crazier things happen, but Matthew Stobart right now looks like he has his mind focused on getting the job done. Lane 12. And that's a winner.
Beautiful shot there.
Matthew Stobart moves on to the second round. John Solario will get his entry fee for this part of the tournament back, along with Andrew Orff, Dwayne Stegemeyer, and Alan Casanova. All will get their $30 entry fee back.
Very nice.
Yeah. What do you think, Jason?
All righty, nice bowling, everybody.
Man. I love this sport.
I've got Grant
we
going to
see
7,
these.
Jason going, or
Yo.
yeah, Jason Butler going to 8.
Okay.
Matthew
It's
going
like,
to 5.
which one?
Jason Schaefer going to 6.
So we've got Jason Schaefer and Matthew Stobart, and then
Grant
And then,
versus
yeah.
Jason Butler.
Jason Butler.
All
yeah.
right.
Guys, please make sure you put at least your initials so that we know who's on which side. Thank you.
I'm gonna say Jason Schaefer in the finals, and Grant in the finals.
I'm gonna say that there's gonna be a Jason in the finals.
7 and 8, best pair in the house.
Yep.
5 and 6, tough on righties.
Yes.
5 and 6s. That's what gives Jason Schaefer a huge advantage.
I would agree.
And we go this way every tournament. So as we get down there, the lefties tend to bowl a little bit better on those pairs,
Mhm.
which gives a guy like Jason Schaefer quite an advantage.
For sure.
When's our next tournament, Jason?
It will be. I believe it is.
April 4th?
That's not what I wanted to do. Yeah, April 4th will be the next one.
April 4th on a Monday.
Monday night, April 4th.
6 o'clock?
Yep.
6 o'clock start time, Monday, April 4th. If you want to come out and participate and bowl, $60 fee, qualifying points for the championship on May the 8th. We also have brackets, side pots, and the top 8 match play that you can get into. So you can make some money while you're here, have a good time. April the 4th is the next tournament. It's exciting. You going to be here?
All right, bowlers,
Yes.
go ahead and
Okay.
put your
Should be
initials in. 2 balls on each lane, and then his
Oh, yeah.
start play. Good luck, guys, scores.
Are you going to be here, Carrie? Monday, April 4th? We might have some professional photography going on there as well, Monday, April the 4th, if you're here. The great Carrie Ogle will be here, hopefully, taking some pictures. Possibly.
Possibly. Okay.
We'll be here taking some pictures. Check out Facebook.
She does some
Absolutely.
amazing pictures.
If you need pictures taken for a graduation coming up this year in May and June, contact Carrie. She does graduation pictures. She does prom pictures, I bet, as well. She does bowling pictures. She does newborn pictures. She does every kind of picture probably that you can think of that you need in the next 90 days of your life. Get on Facebook, find Carrie Ogle, send her a happy friend request, and get with her to take your pictures because she does amazing. She really does. And if you're listening and you have somebody who needs pictures in the next 90 days, that is your go-to. And if you need a mortgage, Jones Mortgage Group will help you out with that as well. We have some exciting things coming this spring. $1,000 off a closing cost for anyone buying in the spring market to help you out. We also do loan commitments and pre-approval letters in an hour for individuals who call in to the office. We have all kinds of exciting things. Down payment assistance. We are the only company in America that's crowdfunding. Did you know that, Jason?
No.
We do crowdfunding. You can get on Facebook and you can start it's not called GoFundMe, but it's like GoFundMe.
Okay.
We call it Home Fund It. And you can go on Facebook and set up a Home Funded account and share it, and your friends can give you money to buy a house. Huh. And we are the only company in America that allows you to do that. We also match it. $2 for every dollar that you get, up to $2,000. So if your friends and family donate $1,000 towards buying a house, we will give you $2,000 on top of that to make $3,000.
Wow.
Through crowdfunding. Yes, it's pretty cool actually.
For sure.
Like I said, we're the only company in America that allows you to do it. And I have actually 13 people right now signed up for the specific program that are using it for their wedding. Yep. They're getting married and they signed up for this Home Funded program, and everyone who comes to their wedding will donate to their buying a house.
Awesome.
Yep. So what better way to spend your wedding money than on a purchase of a new property?
Very true.
If you need home insurance, you can check out Kevin Hebert at Liberty Mutual. Kevin Hebert is also a bowler who provides some exceptional value to the bowling community in regards to homeowners insurance, auto insurance, life insurance. So check out Kevin Hebert at Liberty Mutual if you need to get a quote to save money on your home and auto insurance. Now with inflation being as high as it is, saving money on home and auto, even if it's just 10 or 20 bucks a month, goes a long ways. Trust me.
For sure.
Definitely goes a long ways.
That extra 10 or 20 bucks can get you
Yeah.
half a tank of gas.
It can. It can. Life insurance is also huge. Anyone has added a newborn to the family or just got recently married, whatever the case may be, even if you're just single, life insurance is good to have. I highly recommend it. Do you have life insurance, Jason? I highly recommend it if you don't.
I think I do.
You definitely need to have some life insurance.
Yes, no, I do. Yeah, no, I do through.
Yeah, it's just too cheap.
Through Panera, so.
Okay, through
Yep.
your employer.
Yep, through my employer. So.
Always a good option.
For sure. That 7-pin looks a little shaky over there.
So they got 2 minutes left to practice. I think we have plugged just about every person that needed to be plugged. Check out bowlingbt.com as well for anyone who wants to take a look at the standings. The previous tournaments are all on there as well, aren't they, Jason?
Yes, they are.
You can actually go lane by lane on YouTube, BowlingBT on YouTube. Search that. Like, subscribe. Lots of good content on there from the past tournaments, this tournament, and every tournament going forward. Tons of content on both bowlingbt.com and also on YouTube at bowlingbt. And like them on Facebook as well. Do you have the Facebook information for these fine people? For BowlingBT. Is it BowlingBT on Facebook as well?
Yep, it's facebook.com/bowlingbt.
Perfect. I think everyone should check them out, especially the website. There's so much good quality content on there. What about you, Jason? Do you have anything we can pitch? You got a Twitch or something? Or?
No, I really don't. I wish I did.
You have like a Patreon or something?
I've been thinking about going back to doing Twitch with chess and that, but just haven't had the chance to. Been slowly.
You still playing chess?
I am still playing chess.
Good.
I've got a major tournament coming. Well, not really a major. Well,
major for you.
Major for me. Yeah. This upcoming weekend in Clayton. So that'll be
that's exciting.
Real fun.
And where's that at?
It's gonna be at the Hyatt Regency there.
Okay.
I believe.
The Hyatt Regency.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I hope you do good, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, so we have the semifinals here. We have Matthew Stobart and
Just
Jason
switched the pin.
Schaefer on 5 and 6. We
Matthew
have
just switched the 10
Grant.
pin there.
We have Grant Smith. Yes, Grant Smith and Jason Butler on lanes 7 and 8. Wrap 10 for Grant.
Yeah, looks like he's using the that new eruption,
The purple eruption.
purple eruption. I think the pearl one.
Okay, Jason's got the hammer 3D offset. Trucking down the lane. That's the lane he shot 300 on 5 and 6.
Yes, it is.
5 and 6 is also.
Jason Schaefer likes it when I commentate because
Does he shoot 300?
He shoots 300.
Nice.
He shot 300 both times I've commentated. So
Grant's got a Zen in his hand. Jason Butler is throwing a physics, proton physics.
Proton physics.
Yep.
And then Matthew is throwing the Ebonite Tube Mission.
Matthew's
2.0.
throwing a fever pitch. It's still a fever pitch.
Still a fever
No matter what you tell me, that's a fever pitch going down the lane.
I could show you the ball.
It still say fever pitch all day. Another strike for Jason. I'm pretty sure he can't be beat on 5 and 6.
No, especially since he switched to that ball. Because that he did throw the ghost on that pair, and it didn't look great. You know, it looked like it could carry, but
Yeah,
that
it's a little
3D offset just.
It's a little sharper off the spot, the Ghost is.
Sure.
3D offset's a little bit smoother, stronger, and a lot more mud lane. Matthew Stobart up in lane 6, throwing the fever pitch. And no, leaves an 8-pin, light one, does not strike. If he was throwing resin, he might have struck. For those listening at home, that is not a fever pitch.
Yeah.
Just having some fun here. 4-pin
high
for Jason
4-pin.
Butler.
Jason covers his spare. So spare strikes, strike spare. Start for those two. Matthew.
Is this Matthew Stobart's first tournament?
I believe so.
I don't believe
Yeah, I don't think I've seen him bowl
have
any of
seen him
these before,
participate in any
so-
tournaments. So I'm glad he came out tonight
Yeah,
and
for
bowled.
sure.
He definitely had a good showing.
The great part of this is that there's a search on the points list where
Oh,
you can actually like
Very nice.
pull it in, and I'm the third Jason on the list.
You are
so-
the third Jason on the list. Jason Schaefer, Butler, and then you. No,
And then
Matthew
me.
does not look like he's bowled a tournament before, so nice to see him come out and participate tonight.
Sure.
Have a good showing. Hopefully he continues to come out and support us on Mondays.
And
5-pin for Jason Butler.
Shaker 5-pin there.
Next tournament is on Monday, April the 4th. 6 o'clock start time. Jason Schaefer blows a 9-pin. Wow, that was a great shot.
Jeez.
That's about the only way you can beat him on 5 and 6.
Yeah.
The pins have to beat him.
Yeah. So spare for both the Jasons in their third frame. Grant up in the third frame of his match, leading by 1.
Grant's just really rolling the ball well tonight.
He really is.
Only eruption now. Seems to just be locked in. And that was
And
a
getting
good
the
explanation.
breaks.
When you go through the beak and you trip out the big 4, it's your night.
You know you're throwing it good.
Right,
then.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Throwing it exceptional. You got the right ball in your hand. You got the right line. You got the right angle. Jason Schaefer up on lane 5. And he as well trips out. The 4-6-10.
4-6-10 there for him. Looks back and goes, wow.
5 and 6. That's his pair. Grant up on lane 8. Tugs it in a little bit. No problem. 10 in the pit.
Good shot for Grant there.
He's setting himself up for a little HAM bone. In case that's copyrighted. We don't want to have any copyright infringements on NBT channel here, so.
Yeah. I mean, Rob, we're in agreement with you, Stone. Little half 10.
Well,
there
half
for-
10 for Matthew Stobart throwing the fever pitch.
So he said, like, I think about 4 or 5 months ago, he had to get it plugged because it had a weight hole in it.
Of course it
and
did,
then
because fever pitch came out like 5 years ago. Ooh,
Oh, wow.
bucket with a 7 for Mr. Jason Butler.
Half a loaf. For those of you that,
Half a loaf.
half a loaf.
Is that copyrighted?
I don't know, but
I
I,
hope
know
not.
I thought that's half a loaf, right?
Bunny bread?
Bunny bread. You know, those half loaves are really good sometimes.
They are.
They are.
They're fantastic for us who don't eat bread every day. I am a half a loaf buyer. I buy Dave's. You ever had Dave's bread?
No, I have.
Oh, you have to have it. Dave's, it's that ancient grain stuff that's good for your belly.
Oh.
Dave's 70 carbs, 70 calories, ancient grains. You can buy it at the grocery store. Check it out. It's good. Yeah.
Okay.
The other bread's just like eating candy. Matthew
Yeah.
Stobart. Looks like he's searching for something. That's 5 and 6 is tough.
Yeah, 5 and 6 is definitely
That is
tough.
a very squirrely pair for the
Yeah.
right side.
I'm not sure if what other rocks that he has, but I don't know what. I think he just needs something to.
Something that's a little earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely going too long.
Yeah.
Jason Butler.
That's kind of the same thing with Jason Butler.
Yeah,
here,
he's
that
catching a little bit of push down in the middle on 7 and 8.
Yeah.
Double here by Jason Schaefer would really put the damper on Matthew there on 5 and 6, as well as Grant here
Yeah,
coming
for
up.
sure.
Double by him would also put the pressure on Mr. Jason.
Yeah, I know Jason Butler has. I've seen him have I think he's got a green IQ tour. I think that he went up the stairs, so he may be going to grab that. I'm not sure.
There's another strike for Jason Schaefer on lane 6, coming up on lane 5, looking for a double. Turkey.
Turkey.
A little gobble gobble.
A little gobble gobble. And just as I called, grabbing that green IQ is Jason Butler, but Grant.
Another strike.
Wow.
Yeah, kid's on fire tonight. That's good. This is
If
going to be a
I-
good
if
championship
I-
match.
So he made the little hand motion to get it to pick up. If
Yeah.
I would have done that, the ball was still like going
Bucket.
right. No, wouldn't have hit that.
Wash out.
Yeah. It would have hit the 3-6-10 running away.
And Jason Schaefer trips out the 6-10 again.
And
5 and 6, folks. Can't beat him on that pair.
no.
3 and 4 is a different story, though.
Yeah.
It might be good. This championship match is going to be pretty interesting.
Agreed.
A little bit inside. Still a strike.
That's a great shot from
Yeah.
Grant there. So 290 left for Grant, 233 left for Jason Butler.
236 to 279 left for lane 5 and 6. Strike.
That's the kind of carry he needs to look for right now is Matt.
Do we have the payouts
I do not.
for tonight's tournament?
No, I do not, unfortunately.
Nice shot,
Oh
stone
my
8 for Jason
gosh, are you
Butler.
kidding me?
Wow, that was a great ball change. The ball read the lane perfectly.
Yeah.
Bad break.
That was exactly what, yeah.
Matthew Stobart up in lane 5 on a must strike situation here.
Looks a little inside.
Nope.
Goes
That-
high and
that
loses
match is
3,
over.
6, 9, 10.
226, 216 left for Matthew Stobart. 279 pace for Mr. Jason Schaefer. 222 left for Jason Butler. 290 pace for Grant. Double here by Grant. Coming up would pretty much lock that match up too.
Good cover for Matt there on the 3, 6, 9, 10. Spare I hate shooting at, but I never leave it. You know.
Oh, that spare. Yeah, that spare can be a little bit
And
troubling. Another nice shot by
Great
Jason.
shot. I mean, he should have a double right now.
He's throwing the ball well tonight.
He's throwing the ball really well tonight.
And rightfully so. He's in the semifinals.
Mm-hmm.
They seem to go hand in hand, throwing the ball well and bowling in the semifinals.
Yep.
Jason with another strike. That match is over. Grant strikes here. Pretty much locks this match up as well.
I thought he was gonna balk.
Got a little bit wide.
I really like. I don't know if that's his cadence for walking up there, but it felt like in between like step 2 and 3, it looked like he was gonna balk. And
Oh,
I don't know
did he
why.
stutter a little bit?
I don't know why. I mean, maybe that's just, as I said, maybe that's just his cadence.
Do you find when you step up on the approach and you're getting ready to bowl and somebody is to your right and they have that stutter step that just absolutely throws you off every time when you think you need to go? Do you have that problem? I find myself getting ready to go and then they stutter step and it like throws me all off and I feel like I'm jumping them or something. And
I can tell you, I know one example that we both know very well is Nick Brem.
yeah, he's got that high initial.
For the longest time, I was always trying to get up on the approach before he even started.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's got that high initial swing.
Yeah.
All right, well, 239 pace for Grant, 222 max total for Jason Butler. Match isn't over with yet.
Wrap 10 there.
Yeah, not over with yet. You find yourself in an open, and this match is has a little conversation piece left.
Great term for Matt there.
Yeah, Matt'll they're battling out for third and fourth here too. I think they still have different payouts for third and fourth. So
Yeah.
just because you might be out of your match, as you know, Matt through Stobart looks like he is, he's still needing to strike so you can put some pressure on Jason Butler for that third place finish, which typically gets you an extra 20 or 30 bucks. So there's no need to hang your hat yet.
No, for sure.
5 and 6 is just a little tough.
Yeah, for sure. So. It's pretty close.
Yep, 4 pin.
Just a little higher.
Yeah,
I think
but
he got that one down just a hair.
That pretty much ends that match as well.
Yeah.
That'll put him at 202 max.
Yeah.
And Grant just needs
Grant
to
just
hit some
stay on the
pins.
lane.
Yeah, just needs to hit some pins. But they're battling out for third and fourth. Matthew Stobart 192 remaining going into the 10th. With Jason Butler 202 going into the 9th. So 10-pin lead for Jason for the third and fourth place finish. Another open for Matthew though. Do you think they should pay the same for third and fourth? I think they should.
I think they should.
Yeah, because they're not bowling against each other. You're
No.
bowling in different pairs.
Yeah.
Just seems to be the norm.
Yeah.
If you go around and you ask people nationwide, I think you're going to get an overwhelming percentage. They're going to say third and fourth should pay the same.
Agreed. In this
this type of match play environment.
In a bracket
Yeah.
type play, yes. 100.
Exactly.
Yeah. My gosh.
Yeah, tough break.
Just some shaker 7, stone 8, little high 4-pin.
Oh, no,
Jason Schaefer
no
didn't
6
get
pin
the
trip that
6-pin
time,
trip
yeah.
there, yeah. Must know the match is over then,
So you just bowling on Tuesday nights?
Just Tuesday nights right now.
Okay.
So occasional tournament sprinkled in that.
Yeah. You like Tuesday nights?
I love Tuesday
Yeah.
nights. Yeah.
How many teams they have in that segment of that league?
We've got
17, 20, 19? Okay.
13, 14, yeah, 19.
Okay. That's
So,
pretty good.
Yeah.
There's Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, right?
Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday.
That's the 3 nights that league runs
Yep.
at Concord Bowl.
Oh.
Well, yeah, that's the Tri-Challenge League.
Yep.
For those listening. Tuesday nights.
Jason Schaefer got a plastic ball to hook off the one board, basically.
Yeah, I saw that. I think you could get dirt to hook off the one board here.
Could I?
Yes,
No.
anybody could.
Okay.
There's 0 oil on it. 1 through 4, I don't know, maybe 1 through 5 has got nothing. It's dirt.
Yeah.
There's no oil on that part of the lane. Probably hasn't been in years.
That's a me.
Believe me, I've chucked a few out there on accident, and they just spark. Yeah, instant hook. There's no oil there.
Yeah.
All right, Grant's excited to get off of 7-8
I was just
here.
gonna say, Grant's really happy to get off. Grant's really happy to get off 7-8. Jason Schaefer is not happy to get off 5.
Right. Yeah.
5 and 6.
I think his cumulative average on 5 and 6 for this year, for these 5 tournaments we've had, is probably 270.
Yeah, that was the low game at 255.
Right. Absolutely. All right, our finals. Grant Smith will be going up against Jason Schaefer on lanes 3 and 4. Congratulations to our 3rd and 4th place finishers, which it looks like will be Jason Butler in 3rd. That's not determined yet, but it looks like it will be. And Matthew Stobart in his first tournament, a good showing, finishing 4th.
So I did grab the payout information. It is 360 for first.
Wow, okay.
130 for second.
Wow.
70 for third and 40 for fourth.
Wow.
So
130 and
that was
360? That's a massive.
That's a huge.
Wow. I would have done that differently, but that's okay. You know, first place gets a nice little chunk here. 360, 130 for second. What'd you say, 70?
70 for third, so that was
Jason Butler.
Jason Butler, and 40 for fourth for Matthew.
Wow. That's a big difference, too.
Yeah.
You make it to the semifinals. Yeah. All right. Well, a lot of money on the championship match here.
For sure.
$230 difference between first and second, so they got something to bowl for.
Yeah.
Grant Smith, who's bowled well all tournaments, was the tournament leader against Jason Schaefer, who has been the qualifying events most productive bowler, I could say, overall through 5 tournaments. This is his 3rd finals. I believe he's won twice, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
And he's had 2 300s in our 5 tournaments, 2 wins. And this is now his 4th, I believe, 4th finals appearance or 3rd? One of the 2. Third. Third finals appearance. Okay. That's pretty impressive.
Sure. Looks like he's still throwing that 3D offset.
Okay. So did you get to watch all the PBA events through the animal patterns?
Yeah, I watched the
Okay.
the TV shows and
Yeah.
that. So
Yeah, they were pretty good. I caught a couple
Sure.
of them. This weekend is Lubbock, isn't it?
yes, that was the Lubbock tournament that Belmonte won for
Oh, okay.
29th.
That's right.
And then they've got Colorado.
Okay.
I think it's Colorado next for this upcoming weekend. And
They're
then
getting ready to come up to the summer stop, aren't
the
they?
Masters. The
Yeah.
Masters is after that.
In
and then,
April.
Yeah, the summer. Or
March. The Masters is the end of March, isn't it?
The end of March, yeah, first week of April.
Yeah.
And then they've got the PBA playoffs.
Okay.
So,
Then I'll take them into a break before they get ready for the summer swing.
yep, summer swing and that. Let's see if Grant can strike on this. No 1, no 5.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, that's a good try.
6 out of 8's not bad. you
Yeah.
know?
3 and 4. It's been a pretty fair pair tonight.
Yes, from what I've seen, for sure, both left and right side.
Yeah, it's played pretty good on both sides.
And
What do you think? What's your prediction? This is good. This is going to be a good match.
I think it's going to take 240 to win.
I think as well. I think 240, 250 to win. Grant's been throwing the ball well. Jason's just been rock solid. I'm going to go with Mr. Schaefer though. I'm going to go with the experience, the chalk. Gentleman's won already 2 events, 3rd finals, already shot 300 tonight. Just came off 255 game.
Yeah, I'm going to agree as well. I think Jason Schaefer is going to win this as well.
But
it's going to come down to the 10th frame.
But he's going to have to work for it.
Yes.
He's going to have to work for it. Grant's throwing the ball exceptional all night long.
Yeah.
He's going to have a little bit of luck. First frame, lane 4. Wrap 7. Man, that's a good shot.
Man. There's the luck the other way, though.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah, you can pound the hole. If you don't carry, the other guy's probably going to win.
Good spare for Jason there. So Grant looks like he's staying with that eruption. No, I think that was the. Oh wow, that's wide.
That's way wide. Yep.
Gets,
And he gets the strike.
Yeah.
He's about 9 in the deck, but definitely you'll take it.
yeah, yeah, and that cadence that we were talking about earlier, where I thought he was going to balk. No, I think that's just his normal cadence when he
Yeah.
throws the strike shots. That just that.
He's got a twitch.
Yeah,
a little
it's
bit
like-
of little bit of stutter.
A little bit of a hesitation
Yeah.
there. So
That keeps your timing on.
the one that like really stands out to me is like Brad Angelo, where he's got
Yes.
that one.
Yes. He's got a
just
pretty significant
waits on it,
stutter.
Yeah.
Out to the, oh, trips
Great
a 9
shot for
forward.
him there.
Huge shot for Grant. Nice double to start off with the young man. Yes, Brad Angelo. He's got that second step stutter. And but hey, keeps his timing in line. Guy's super solid. Been a great player for decades. So, but yeah, he's definitely one that comes to my mind as well. Jason Schaefer up on lane 3.
Little stick there.
And he carries a 7.
7 flew over to the 10 spot.
Yeah, good thing they got a clean decks, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like he kind of stuck on that shot there, so may want to keep an eye on his footing there on lane 3. And while we have a break in the action here due to the ball return,
Let's break in the actions.
yeah,
Brought to you by
Bull MBT.
BowlingBT.com and Jones Mortgage Group.
There you go.
Proud sponsor. Check out Jones Mortgage Group at www.getmyratequote.com. Cheapest plug. I
Yeah.
know. What am I going to do, though? Championship match. I got a plug.
Yeah, for sure.
Jason Schaefer up on lane 4. Here we go. And
Little-
10 in the pit.
Just a little nice
Yes.
hip check there.
Way to come back. The young man throws a double at you, and you come back and you smack 2 solid strikes.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good way to make sure that he knows, yep, I'm here. Grant Smith stepping up on lane 3. He's going to give it to Jason Wollum. All kinds of hand. Good shot.
If that was the case, that would have been a 10 and an 8 standing. If that was
Good
my
shot.
hand. Maybe the 5.
Yeah, he's got a couple.
I don't play that deep even shooting a 10 pin. Come
Yeah.
on.
This release has got a couple more revolutions on it.
Great shot for Grant there.
That was lane
Front
4. Kid looks like he's on tonight. Good shot, little wide. 10 in the pit.
Great shot.
4-bagger to start the match. What a good way to start a championship match with the front 4.
Yep. And spare double for Mr. Schaefer as well.
Yeah, your 240 might be a little bit on the
Low side.
On the low side here. Both of them look like they have a very good look.
I look better on the footing for Mr. Schaefer.
And
buries
10 in the
it.
pit again. We're going to have some HAM BON East this game.
For sure.
Little pork bone.
Little, couple six packs.
Yeah.
It'll be good.
That's right. Jason steps up, 5th frame, lane 4, working on a 3-bagger, down by 10. Good shot. And another one, 10 in the pit.
Just saws the 7 out.
Boy, that ball looks good. Hammer 3D offset for those keeping track at home. Ball really rolling well through the pin deck. I think you'd like one of those, Jason. Brands of Brunswick, sir.
That's a thought. I've got my eye on
predictable,
a few.
controllable. Yeah. Grant steps up lane 3.
That one looks
a little
as
wide.
As it did on 3,
solid
on
again.
4, but yeah.
He really likes that outside break point on lane 3 and 4 right now. Getting the ball clean through the heads, creating some angle. Another Brands of Brunswick, Columbia, Eruption, Pearl. Working on a 5-bagger, stepping up on lane 4. Trying to bust out that 6-pack.
Oh, he did not like it.
Oh, he did not, but he carries.
Wow.
Oh, that was
Crack
huge.
open the 6-pack, Mr.
Opens up a 6-pack
Smith.
on the Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice.
What a shot.
That woke me back up. I was starting to get a little sleepy over here, but 10:30 at night on a Sunday. That Brooklyn strike, though, woke me up.
Yep. Now let's see if Jason Schaefer can answer. A little high 6
Oh,
pin
high
there.
6-pin. Change on the guard right there. Puts Jason Schaefer at a 269 max. Grant still working on a 300. Jason Schaefer covers a spare. So if you're bowling a championship match, Jason, and you're bowling well, and the guy steps up and he throws a 6-pack against you, and the last shot's at Brooklyn, and you have to get up, what are you thinking? Are you like disgruntled? Are you like happy for him?
No,
Are you like irritated?
I mean, if I'm in the spot that Jason Schaefer was, I'm just focused on myself at that point.
Okay.
If I've had a few bad breaks,
Maybe
that
maybe a little bit more.
change a little bit more, but I feel like if I was in his spot, it's
Jason comes
just,
back, leaves a 6-pin, and then comes back and leaves a 3-pin.
yeah. I think I'm just kind of focused on my execution in that
Okay.
at this point. So
I'm probably happy for him. You know?
I'm a little happy.
Yeah, I'm happy for him.
I'm not
'cause
angry.
I'm going to be happy for myself if I get the break, so
Yeah.
I mean, might as well be happy for the other person. You can't control the outcome of it, of a bowling event. Only thing you can do is go up there and throw the ball the best you can.
No.
If you win, you win. If you lose, you lose. But the name of the game is to have fun and throw the best shots you can.
For sure. So front 6 for Grant now, getting up in the 7th frame.
258 remaining for Jason Schaefer through 7. Grant coming up in the 7th frame on lane 3, 300 game.
Waste no time.
Gets to that
Just
wide, buries it
labels
again.
My gosh.
Throwing the ball just exceptionally well. Does PBA Tour have a 300 alert?
Yes, they do that chasing 300. thing
Chasing
or whatever,
300?
Yeah.
Do they have like a special bonus? Is there a sponsor bonus for that?
10,000, I think.
Is it
for the
10,000?
PBA, yeah.
Okay.
There hasn't been like the sponsor bonus. I think since like Bob Learn.
Oh, it gets a little bit
Yeah,
wide.
it's a little wide and leaves the 3-6, so.
I wonder if I
300.
wonder if Jones Mortgage Group should do a sponsor bonus for 300 in a championship match. What do you think? I think we're onto something here.
Yeah.
I think a
Yeah.
300 in a championship match. I think Jones Mortgage Group should have a sponsor bonus.
Okay.
$300.
There you go.
What do you think?
I like it.
Let's do it.
All right.
Let's do it. We're going to talk to Tom. We're going to talk to Bowling BT. And if someone throws a 300 in the championship match for tournament 6, 7, and 8, or the championship,
Or the championship, yeah.
$300.
There we go.
We've done it.
All right.
Putting it in place,
Let's
folks.
go.
All 5
Let's
people
go.
watching are witnesses to that. Jason Schaefer stepping up on lane 3. Packs it.
Okay,
Nice.
so, I mean, it's not over yet.
Not over. 278, 258 remaining.
Yeah.
Grant's on a 258 pace.
Yeah, I think, like, Bob Learn or Johnny Petraglia was, like, those last 300s that was, like, 100,000.
100,000. Yeah, that was way back in like the 90s, wasn't it?
Yeah. I know they were doing, I know the PBA, at least, like, 2 years ago, before the pandemic, and that was, like,
Jason
Oh,
Schaefer.
come
Oh,
on.
wraps the 10 pin.
come
Oh.
on.
238 remaining for Jason Schaefer. Grant just needs to stay clean to take home the win.
Wow.
And the $360 prize payout.
Yeah. That's just.
That was brutal.
hurts.
That was tough.
Yeah,
That was a great shot.
for sure. I know they were doing, like, the $1 million bonus for, like, the 300 in a championship match. But not when Tommy Jones did it, you know?
Right,
Tommy Jones did it when he went to the
right.
Hall of Fame. It was, like, during, like, the majors, I think, so.
Who was the last to shoot 300 on TV? Was it Frankie? Was it Francois Lavoie? Was he the last one?
No.
No?
30. Chris Vi.
Chris Vi. Uh-oh, through the beak.
3-6.
3-6. That is not a gimme spare at all.
238. Let's say.
Puts him at 216, the 8th.
Yep. 224.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it was Chris Vi, because he had it. It was during that the.
Was it major, wasn't it?
No,
No?
it was the. He had one during the major, and then he had one at the PBA.
Oh, he covers the spare.
That
Nicely done.
8-player like title thing or whatever. Not the playoffs, tour finals. That's what they
Gotcha.
call it.
So come up into the 10th frame here in the championship match on qualifier number 4 for MBT.
5.
5.
Five.
Yes, sorry.
You're good.
Qualifier number 5, 10th frame. Grant steps up, needs a mark to win.
And we have another ball return. Oh, never mind. Okay.
Does he need a mark, or does he just need count? I think he just needs count. No, he does need a mark. Yes.
No, count. 238.
Okay, just count. Yes.
226.
So yes, so Grant steps up
7.
here,
Needs
looking for
7.
the win.
Needs 7.
And that's a winner.
That's a great match there.
Grant Smith takes home the
Top 8 pot. for
top 8
$360.
pot for $360. Jason Schaefer will finish second, take home a prize of, I believe, was 160, 130?
130.
130 for second.
130 for second.
Still a good showing again for Jason
Sure.
Schaefer. Makes a little bit of money, shoots a 300. Grant Smith gets qualifying into the championship and wins the top 8. It's a good night.
Great pulling.
All right, Jason, it's been a pleasure,
It
sir.
has been, sir.
Absolutely. All right, man. I'll see you at the next one.
Yep. See, thank you, Brian. So I thank you all for joining us this evening. From Case Marine Lanes, my name is Jason Willen. We thank you. If you go and hit that subscribe button for us, bowlingbt.com, as well as our YouTube channel, youtube.com/bowlingbt, and the Facebook page, facebook.com/bowlingbt. Until next time, see you out in the lanes.